What happened? What happened? What in the world happened? I'm so confused. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't even know. Hope, God, I hope it's saved. It's saved! We're saved! Oh crap. Oh my god. Oh lord. It didn't save over here. Oh, that's weird. Wait, did that mean it didn't? No, wait, it saved that though. That's weird. Hey. And the music keeps getting louder. So I tried unplugging the controller, and it just crashed everything. It just it flipped the monitor, it shut off my monitors, it crashed my Streamlabs, it crashed the game. Maybe it didn't crash Streamlabs, but everything went down. Like I couldn't even get VTube Studio to respond. So hopefully that doesn't happen again, because that was really annoying.
The man is the color of mill dust. His smile creases his face like folds in dough. He gestures you inside the dilapidated structure and shouts over the sound of driving wheels.
You're welcome to sleep here. You don't want to rest by the river. Not in the evening. Insects.
Okay.
The man shoves the broken door closed behind you. The mill is warm, and the air is heavy with the powder kicked up by your entrance. You realize how easy it would be to drift off on this pile of sacks to the loud but constant sound of the grinding wheels.
Fight the drowsiness.
Consciousness is elusive. Your limbs throb with a dull fatigue, and your eyes are sticky with dust. The man suddenly grips your legs and drags you toward the millstone.
You do not love my daughter. You will not have her. I will not let you hurt her.
His voice is pained, not angry.
No. Hi, Gwen.
Your hand catches a flour sack printed with brightly colored flowers. A puff of flour makes you sneeze, and you wake. The mill is quiet. Its works long disconnected. In your hand is the faded remnant of what might once have been a bag, or a piece of a dress.
Oh, okay. That was creepy. Just gotta switch that over real quick, and we're back. Song. Oh, man. Oh, there's stories over there. Oh, I don't want to go all the way over there. Do I go into Canada? Oh, God. Okay, well. I want to see these. I want to hear these stories over here. Burlington. Oh. Man, I just immediately jumped to the Coke factory. I was just... that was a good joke. Oh, man. I'm gonna be so happy if they do have a Coke factory of some kind here. What's up? What's up, Burlington?
By nightfall, the hospitality of this sleepy hamlet, combined with their superstitious tales, has both overstuffed your stomach and filled you with a hollow dread.
Oh, yeah.
Folks say these woods are full of apparitions, witches, and worse. You curse yourself for getting on the road so late.
Walk on.
In the moonlight, every valley and hollow at the feet of the Tappan Zee seems like a stolen shred of the abyss itself. Fireside tales seem less fanciful, and every cackling crow and moaning whippoorwill.
What is a whippoorwill?
Like
Why are they
demon
just throwing
perched
this
on the
term out there like
shivering,
anybody
spindly
knows what a
trees.
whippoorwill is? What is a whippoorwill? Oh,
But something cuts through the noise. The muffled sound of hooves galloping on the cold, muddy road. When he finally slows his horse alongside you, it's as though he had just appeared out of the mist.
Holy shit, it's the White Rider, ain't it?
He's astride a gigantic black courser, and though his boots are muddy and ragged, he wears an immaculate coat with great, shining buttons. From his saddle hangs an antiquated flintlock and a cavalry saber. In the darkness, you can hardly see above his towering shoulders.
Holy shit, he's hot.
His voice is a rumbling croak, deep, but as though his throat is filled with thorns.
Whoa.
Have you happened upon a cannonball around here?
Cannonball?
You can tell English isn't his first language. German is.
Oh, okay.
His hand, so pale it's almost blue in the moonlight, grips the reins in a fist.
Ah. Sorry, no.
You mumble an apology and watch as he silently rides away, back into the mist. He's cloaked in black, you notice from behind, but the blood running down over his shoulders glints crimson in the moonlight.
Okay. That was... Oh, the rider. The rider in the woods. What's going on in town, man?
You come across a girl picking wild blueberries. She smiles and greets you. Anin.
Onion?
She offers you some from her birch bark basket.
Onion. Onion. Onion.
You reach in the basket for blueberries, but pull out a handful of small, smooth stones, all the colors of the rainbow. The snickering girl runs into the trees as fast and light as a rabbit.
Can I keep this? Why would I throw them? Why would I drop that? Drop them.
The stones tumble from your hand and hit the ground, instantly turning black as the night.
Whoa.
Your heart leaps in surprise. How strange.
Car crammed with well-dressed vacationers pulls up at the gas pump. Fill me up, will you? The driver drawls. A thickly transatlantic accent. Oh, okay. You oblige. He tips pretty well, then roars off down the road, fine leather bags bouncing and rattling on the roof. Oh man, I didn't get to do the... Well, you see, son, this here transatlantic accent, I tell... I came from across the pond, you see, and we talk like... Whenever you are a world traveler like me, from America over into the European Union, you gets to talking like this. Oh my god, I got to watch the viewer count drop to 0 because
Clouds
of that.
roll together to fill the
That's unrelated.
sky.
That's really funny. Clouds roll together in the sky. Watch the sky churn.
The lightning is so strong that it seems to open a path in the haze above you. You are sure you see massive talons curved around the clouds.
Ooh, keep watching.
The thunder is so immense that the ground trembles. Your lips and hands tingle from the electric charge that fills the air until the dancing lightning passes on over the hills.
I'm going back the way I came. I really don't get this whole whistling thing. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going, really. I guess nowhere in particular. I'm just trying to get these stories for the boss. Just trying to tell someone some good old-fashioned little tales. A couple stories for sitting around a fire talking to little boys like we. Oh my god. This is really not what I thought this game was. Maybe I'm thinking of 12 is better than 6 or something, but I swear this game had like a different motif going on. I didn't know it was just about getting stories from different parts of the... Okay, we got a world border. I see. Buffalo! Bring me in. Put me down with some wings down in the Buffalo. The home of the Wild Wings. The home of the B-Dubs.
The women are oblivious to your approach. Their eyes are shut. Their touch, where they hold hands, is gentle. They speak in low tones. One stifles a burst of laughter, but it brings a smile to their faces. "Sorry," says the one who laughed. "Don't be," another assures her. They don't look up.
I don't want to pass... travel and
The branch snaps beneath you. The youngest jerks her eyes open and snatches her hands free from the circle. "It's all right. He isn't coming back," soothes the eldest. She turns to you. "You could join us, if you've got something you're grateful for."
Demure. Give thanks.
Your words go unremarked.
I'm thankful for this
The
video
youngest,
game.
holding your right hand, takes her turn. "And we give thanks for those who left, who we wanted gone, for the skills to thrive without them, and for the companions who make the effort joyful." Your hands are released. The ceremony is over.
The contract has been signed. Oh, let's hear a story. The policeman in the truck on this corner is having a pretty wild argument with someone on the other end of the radio. No, he keeps saying, no way. You listen in as the man on the radio finishes a wild story about the shootout between the female bootleggers and the cops. Wait a second. I swear this is what happened, the cop over the radio insists. That's when it clicks. You know this story. It's a stranger version of the story of the woman arrested for bootlegging, but with some bits left out or replaced. Ain't true, the cop said, in the truck size. If only he knew. Yeah, but that's, oh, I'm getting tired? I need to find a place to camp soon. Can't I stay here in Buffalo somewhere? I suppose not. I guess I gotta get on the road and gotta find camp.
As you walk along the river near an unfinished bridge, a man with a tool belt catches sight of you. Hey, over there, he calls out. You look like you could use a quick way to get some hard-earned money. Hard-earned is right. The bridge hangs high over a perilous drop.
Sure, I can.
Great.
I do need some money.
He exclaims. Suppose you'll want a safety belt. We Thunderbird people don't need 'em. We fly when we fall. He chuckles.
I'll belt
You
up.
find yourself up high, looking over the rushing river that crashes around the foundation of the bridge. As you work side by side, the man mentions, "You can see Thunderbirds up here if you know how to look."
How's that?
You ask him to explain. Practice your peripheral vision, if you dare. Last thing you need up here is for them to see you seeing them and come swooping at you, he says laughingly.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it a
You
go.
only see the clouds thicken. It sure does pass the time working. The man pays you well when you're done with the job.
Okay. Oh god, do I have a map? Oh, here we go. I'm getting quite off the path. Man, I think I need to take the risk of going this way. 'Cause, man, I really should have gone back this way. Gone down the coast, but now I'm really, oh my god. Oh my, this is a big game. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, let's go on down this way, because this seems like the most new, without recounting a bunch of places. Am I really gonna pass up this opportunity? I'm never coming back here. I gotta go see what's in this little corner. Even if it kills me. Even if I die on their doorstep, I'm gonna find out what their story is. Pittsburgh. That really explosive really got the mic on that one. Pittsburgh. Travelers at this campfire are all women. Women with long knives hanging from their belts. They let you join their camp in exchange for news about the towns you passed to get here. Maybe they're hiding something, but you feel safe getting a good night's sleep here. Hey, it was worth it, huh? Hey. Woke up late in the night or early in the morning to get a move on down to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, I gotta stop explosive all over in the night. Oh god, it's gonna take me so long to get down this path. I tell you what. I'm gonna go listen to this story out here on the little coast town. Who's living out here? Who's this out here?
The hotel is an old manor house that's seen better days. A grand structure surmounted by a gambrel roof that dwarfs the house itself.
Prefabricated.
It's eerily still, but for two boys at play. Each one so small and light, they barely leave tracks in the deep snow.
I'll watch them.
They seem old for their size, around 10 years old. Though their clothes are mismatched, they're perfectly identical, down to the pattern of freckles on their pale cheeks. They conduct their games in eerie silence.
That's I hate that.
The clerk behind the counter is old, and your room key is worn. But night approaches, and the price is low. Just before you shut the room door, there they are, the twins, staring at you from the corridor.
Hello.
In the morning, as you leave, the clerk asks, "Did you sleep well?"
Well, the boss man told me that a dingy truth is better than a shining lie, so...
Too tired to lie, you tell him about the noise outside your door. The trampling of small feet on the corridor outside. The dreams disturbed with violent and hideous images. "That's odd," he says, weak-eyed. "There are no children staying with us."
They were, the ghosts. I gotta get back to singing my vagrant song.
My vagrant song.
Low tide.
Whoa, what is that thing?
This beach is long, stretching toward a receding sea. In the darkness, the sand seems coarse and gray, alien. The stars are dim and distant.
What is that on the horizon?
It outshines the stars with its presence, a streak of sickly colored light, leaving a trail of distorted fire. It slowly creeps along the sky like a vast worm, though you know that, given the distance, it must be moving at great speed.
Is this literally aliens?
Its parabola heads south to north. In the far distance, just for a second, a boardwalk town is engulfed in light. With a rumble, its street lamps and windows dim, then go dark. All that you can see emanating from there is an otherworldly color that you can't quite name.
Ooh. It's like purple, but not. What's that, man, I can't think about it. Well, what's that, H.P. Lovecraft story about, like the color that could not be named, the color that seems, oh god. The guy who sees aliens and then he can see colors that are not real, or like no one else can. It drives him mad because he can't explain the. Oh, I can go back to Philly. Well, hold on. Let's hear some stories in Pittsburgh. Let's see. These fellows are lounging in front of a half-finished office building, taking their lunch break. Hi! One calls, waving you down. Rick was telling us this story. Listen, okay? And you tell us if it's bullshit or not. Sure. Rick, credulous-seeming fellow, starts telling you a story about the taxi which shows its riders the future. You realize it's the story of the odd silent taxicab from Boston. It changed in a few major ways, so it's definitely part bullshit, right? But also a little real? Not, well... Oh, wait... Not bullshit. That was a real story. That really happened. Half the group groans. How the hell is that supposed to be a real story? Exclaims the man who waved you down. You're all the most gullible pieces of shit I've ever met. The other half of the group, vindicated, shares a bottle of pop with you. This is Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. This is a game I have dug the soundtrack for a long time, but I've never actually played it. So here I am, playing it and learning
Outside the small thicket of apple trees, the phrase "tended to by John Chapman" is carved into a fence post. Nearby, a hound lies on its side, perfectly still. Flies buzz around its ears. But a grizzled man pauses at his digging to shoo them off.
I didn't realize this game was like this. I didn't know it was kind of like this storytelling narrative. I played a game with seemingly death, and I lost my hand, and now he is letting me repay the debt by traveling the country and learning true stories from people I meet along the way. And the only way to pay off my debt is to tell him 16 truthful stories. So I gotta go find the truth when traveling across this great nation. I'll help him.
There's an extra shovel. With it, the two of you make short work of the grave. He tells you about his beliefs, why he's raising apple orchards in the middle of the country. It's a sin to graft, he tells you. Hurts the tree. Eventually, the hole is deep enough.
I don't know if I follow you there, man. I mean, I get it, we've proven some plants can feel, but I don't know if the tree really cares about being, well, I don't know.
He stoops to the ground and lowers the pup into the earth. Tears flow freely. I'll see him again in heaven, he tells you. Our souls are bound by love. He wipes his eyes. I don't think I can bear to stay here, though. Maybe I'll set out again.
Can I take your apple orchard? Oh, okay. See you later, John.
He leans against a fence and turns to face you as you pass him by.
Guy?
At his back is a bag full of bird seed. He assures you that the gawky birds perching on his body are the last remaining passenger pigeons.
I thought they went extinct.
They look extinct to you?
You're not sure those dull
this guy
gray
immediately.
pigeons look anything like the pictures you've seen of passenger pigeons, though you can't help thinking they stare at you a little too intently.
Say, you like birds?
Sure.
They're lovely creatures. Guileless, really. Hunted damn near to extinction, weren't you?
He strokes one of his birds under the chin. You think you see drips of blood flecking the creature's dirty gray head.
What? Excuse me?
You sense it's about time you start moving on.
You be kind to the little birds now, you hear?
Okay, I'll keep that in
You
mind.
hurry along the road, though the flapping of ungainly wings seems to follow you for hours.
Ooh, haunting. Okay. Do I go to Ohio or do I go over to Philly? I kinda wanted to go to Philly. That's where Quinn's at, and I've got more stories that he's gonna like. So there's a camp down here too. Yeah, I'm thinking. Oh, it's got my path. Oh, it's got the way. I'm gonna go to Philly. I think. Because I want to go talk to Quinn again. Hey, Quinn.
Stranger, it's good to see you again.
Oh, he's on the
You
train.
know,
No way.
I'm gonna see this whole world one day. But for now, I just got my sights set on seeing all 48 of the great U.S.
Oh, 48.
I already seen 10 whole states. That's better than my folks ever done, that's for sure. Plenty of townies and even some tramps treat me like I'm kid simple. But I ain't helpless, and I only act it when I ain't got no better choice. Like if I get pinched.
Yeah.
I do right fine on my own. Don't need nobody but Cass and Flip.
Oh, which one's Cass and which one's Flip? That's Flip. That's Cass. That's Flip. That's definitely, yeah.
You got any happy stories?
Happy stories, Finn. Let's see. Can I tell you a happy story? Do I know any happy stories? Happy stories, huh? That's not really happy. Fortune teller. Strange girl in Burlington. The pigeon keeper. Creepy mill. No, I need a happy story. I already know the story of Quinn's adventures. Okay. I'm gonna go with the seagulls. Remember the seagulls? And how
Sometimes I need a tale like that just to remind me it's not all depressed out there.
yeah, it was good. There was enough
The
seagulls were
future.
in town, so they
I
could
suppose
fish
I'll
another
just
year.
keep heading west. California sounds mighty fine, and most everyone is heading that way anyhow.
That's true.
I want to hear one of them venturing tales. Got any?
Venturing tales. One of them venturesome tales. Oh, I can't tell Quinn the story about Quinn. Adventuring tales. I think he's gonna like the one about the aliens. There was a big old light in the sky.
Were
I
you
swear it
trying to
was
scare me? Well, you didn't go far enough.
Hey.
You want to talk about heaven? Ain't no good I can recall coming my life from praying.
Oh,
Small things, big things, no answer all the same.
yeah, I
Hey,
get you there.
tell me one of those exciting stories.
An exciting story. How about the big thunderstorm? It was a big old thunderstorm, Queen. I swear
Whoa,
to God, it was
quite a
huge.
story, stranger.
Thank you.
In this country, I don't rightly know what this thing called America is. I know what I done been told in school, but the words don't fit the picture. What with tramping across the whole thing, figure I'll find out for myself soon enough. Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
Thrilling one. Oh god. Thrilling story. Oh yeah, the rider in the woods, the German. Couldn't even see him, but he was there.
I usually like the scary stuff, but your story needed more punch, I think.
Oh, fuck you, Queen. Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Being trapped, caged. You think beggardom is a prison? No, stranger. Beggardom is freedom. Responsibility is the real trap, wound tight like an old spring. Pride and pretending will bleed folk dry, and then when there ain't nothing left to be proud of, when they can't pretend no more, they'll unwind. Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
Yeah, I got a thrilling story. For you. I'll tell you about, what can I tell you about? You didn't like the rider out in the Burlington woods, so how's about I tell you about the bridge builders up in Buffalo.
Well, that was something. You spin a good yarn.
Well, thank you kindly.
Freedom? Well, that's what them trains have come to mean to me. Freedom. Crossing a country wider than imagination.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Well, sun's coming up, so I've got to get ready to go. Thanks for the tales, friend.
Always a pleasure, Queen.
Where you heading next? Decided yet? Maybe our paths will cross. I'm going up the road this way myself.
Where? 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 Quinn? I mean, you're heading that way? Okay, well, alright, Queen. Kinda wanna hear a story.
Hope I'll see something fun. I generally do, you know. There's interesting things to see everywhere if you keep your eyes open.
Which story? You hop off the boxcar and successfully sneak your way out of the train yard without catching any unwanted attention. And I'm back in. There's stories to hear here. There's a lot of stories here. Wait, I thought I was here already. Well, maybe I was up there. I didn't walk down this way. I have not been to Missouri yet, but we can get over there. It's gonna take me a long time to get to Missouri. But I'll start heading that way. Who's this guy? Anyway. Man, I want to go up here and hear these stories, but yeah, it's whatever. I can go to New York. Listen, what do we got here? You wait in the soup line for an hour. It's barely crawling along. You round the corner of the buildings and see, far away, a lone pair of nurses struggling to ladle out soup to hundreds. Gonna be waiting here a while longer, sighs the mother in line behind you. Seems like it. You and her get talking. After a while, the topic drifts into a strange place, and she starts telling you about the headless Hessian of Sleepy Hollow. You recognize it as the story about the rider in the woods, but way more outrageous than your version. I know that story. You tell her your version. That's not as exciting, she says, diplomatically. I mean, it sounds realer than what I heard, but I think Toby likes mine best. She bounces her child encouragingly on her hip, but Toby's too hungry to smile. Well, that's just representing me. I think it's because I'm a dead man, because I made a deal with death and gambled. Now I'm traveling the country looking for stories to tell him.
His clothes are expensive, but
This guy's
unkempt.
cool as ice.
A tailored jacket stretched and warped out of its best fit by long days on the road. His thinning frame weighs down the boxcar next to yours. You got a light, friend?
Sure.
You offer a match, which bends and nearly snaps as he scratches it against the pitted iron edge of the boxcar.
Ooh.
Thanks.
He mumbles, perching one last cigarette on his lip.
Where are you going, stranger?
Don't rightly know where I'm going.
You notice how deeply wrinkled his clothes are. It's as though a huge hand plucked him from a high society party and crumpled him up like a sheet of paper.
Don't rightly know how I got going either.
Why is that?
They built a railway just past Missy Hudson's estate. Damned racket ruined our soiree. Might have been a few bottles of Armagnac too many
Whoa.
when I walked down the tracks to tell them to keep it quiet.
He drags on the cigarette, but you never see him exhale.
Holy shit, this man's every Yakuza character in the trailers I've ever seen. Yeah, that was an interesting little guy.
A few wanderers
Whoa.
like you are looking for a place to camp.
We heard there's a Leatherman cave nearby.
They tell you. They describe a locally famous vagrant who hiked this area for almost 30 years.
He's dead now, but his caves are the best place to camp at any town.
Where's that?
You and the other wanderers find the cave easily, because someone's lit a fire there. As you approach, you see a silhouette bend over the flames with an odd creaking sound, like a door swinging in the wind.
Who goes there?
His coat is crudely stitched from leather plates that squeak against each other.
Oh my god. Oh, it's the Leatherman. The leather. Holy shit, I know this.
whispers.
I know of this American
ghost.
tale. Holy shit, I actually know this guy.
Leatherman must have heard, but he just stares. His face is corpse still.
This is more on it. Of course he isn't a ghost.
He's eating, you say, and point out his can of beans.
Je ne suis pas un fantôme.
Oh, they're going with the French
The Leatherman says,
interpretation.
and adds,
Idiot. Oh,
bursts your companion.
Canadien.
Soon, he and the Leatherman are deep in conversation, and your group has a safe place to rest.
Oh my god, I wonder. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna run into like real American legends. Oh, I thought this was all gonna be. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, the Leatherman. Oh god. There's a good little mini doc about the Leatherman and like just like asking, like trying to figure out who he was and what his deal was. I'm of the interpretation that he was a widower who just started wandering because he didn't have anywhere else to go, and it just kind of was a thing to do, and he kept
The
circling.
stream is a clear,
Circling like the
reflective
same few
shade of
sta-
blue.
Whoa.
Unusual in this region, where bog iron colors the rivers brown. Across the way, a goat with great leather wings laps up the water, its sunken red eyes fixed on your every movement.
I take stock.
You now notice the unnatural absence of wildlife. No fish swim in the stream. No birds sing in the trees. The winged goat drinks with a forked tongue, only abstractly concerned with your presence.
I don't need to get any close. I'll
You
drink my
cup
water.
the water in your hands, ice cold somehow,
Oh.
and take a swallow, soothing the coarseness in your parched throat. Clear as the water is, the stream bed isn't visible, even looking straight down.
I guess I'm swimming because
Your
there's
feet
no other
don't
option.
reach the bottom, so you float in the cool water, feeling washed clean. The ripples flow as far as you can see, never fading.
Wave at the goat.
The winged goat snorts and heads in the other direction.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, I want to get these stories. Oh, I want to get these stories up here now. Oh, okay. You notice a black crow sitting on a fence post watching you with unsettling intensity. Hey, friend. Hey, you hear about the trains? Gives a throaty cackle. Locomotion, that's the life. I got some good travel tips here. Sure. You ever ride a train? It asks. With your budget, you'll need to. Hop on at a train yard. With your budget, you'll need to hop on at a train yard. Fast and convenient. But the railroad bulls really don't like it when you ride in the empty boxcars. You get caught, you'll get beaten. It hops and pecks at something on the ground. Oh, the positive side. Maybe you'll meet someone on... On the positive side, maybe you'll meet someone to trade stories with. But if you don't like the sound of that, you could hitchhike. Find a friendly car. I feel sorry for you landlubbers. No wings, just motors. You can't even cross the river when you want to. Only at safe crossings. You got a point there. I always do. You notice that its beak doesn't move as it speaks. Before you can tell anything about it, off it goes. Yeah, weird. I don't get how the whistling works really, but...
The lightning starts in the next valley over.
Oh, more lightning
Then
storms?
the wind picks up. The long grass hisses, and suddenly, it's raining so hard you can barely breathe without a hand over your mouth.
Dang.
The lightning momentarily illuminates a farmhouse on the opposite hilltop, the only one for miles. Much closer, though, is a silhouette of a dilapidated barn.
Head for the
You
house.
pound and pound on the door of the house, but you only get confused shouts from inside. Soon, you give up and head to the unlocked shed, where the empty wood bin makes a good enough bed.
Well, at least it's dry.
In the morning, you're woken suddenly by the sound of clattering china. A tiny old woman bends over you, silently offering you coffee. She serves you half the pot before she lets you get up and leave for the morning.
Okay. Nice. Storm that caught me outside. What's going on here? Oh, hey, crow. A jet black crow alights on the low branch of a twisted tree. Look at you, it caws. Think you got some good stories already? Well, I heard better. Much better. It seems to wink at you. Want to hear my tricks? I'll ask about your stories, crow. The ones you got now? Psh, pathetic stuff. You tell those stories around and they'll come back more excited, more satisfying. So always listen to the stories other folks tell. Their tales are less true, sure, but more useful round the campfire. Makes sense. Boss has a point about the true ones, though, the crow admits. They're extra interesting. You learn a couple folks' true life stories and everyone will like them, no matter what kind of story they think they want to hear. Any other tips? Well, everyone's the captain of their destiny. It gives a burst of laughter. Ain't no bootstraps in the world that can save you now. But the choices you make, they change the kind of story you can tell. It ruffles its feathers, a sort of shrug. Choose wisely. Or don't. Alright. Can I go to the new one? There's a new story up here. Or at least a better one. I don't get how the whistling works in the slightest. Tell me a story. Oh, this story again. The soup line. Thunderbirds. Yeah. Yeah, I heard this story. I know this one.
I got no companion except the wind and the sea. And when
I got a little money. Let's explore
The
first.
engines belch black smoke as the ferry churns gray water into froth.
Oh,
A broad-shouldered
that's so good.
figure leans out over the rail, eyeing the skyscrapers on the horizon. Nearby, a man and a woman speak in low, urgent voices. He takes her wrist gently. She is weeping softly.
I'll listen in. I'll listen. Ooh. I'll listen.
I wish you didn't have to go.
She says,
There's gotta be work on some of those buildings going up.
his thumb skates over her pulse point.
I checked every day for a week. There ain't. I'll be back, though. Got your picture in my wallet, don't I? It's not forever.
Her words are split by a sob.
Might as well be. My parents didn't come to New York for this.
She leans against him, the wind tousling her hair. He pulls her to his chest.
I'm leaving because I gotta go. If there was another way...
They stand together, close, quiet, in the stiff breeze.
Earn money. You wander the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. Well, I looked for work last time, so how about I panhandle? Man in a nice suit, looking very pensive, strolls up and sits on the curb next to you. Spare a dime, sir? He nods distractedly. You know, I've been working here since I was a little fella, he begins. I worked my way up, and I built my company from nothing. He hasn't even looked at you yet. He doesn't need a response. Now, it's back to nothing again, he sighs. Nod along. He looks at you for the first time. Here, he says, suddenly pulling a well-worn bill from his pocket. It was my first, and now it's my last. I don't really need it anymore. He hands you the money, and with a jaunty spring in his step, strolls towards the nearby railway underpass. Time to move on. Let's go to the store. Oh, fresh bagel. A Rube. Well, I should probably spend some of my money, huh? The air stinks of gasoline and trash, and you're boxed in by brick. But damn, there's something invigorating about that stink. God. You feel like there's an engine in your chest. I gotta get it. I'm coming all the way to New York. I'm not gonna get a slice. That didn't seem to do anything, did it? I'll keep my money so I can go to the train Never mind. Fuck you, New York. Oh, man, my bad. Man, I've been editing together a big old video lately from the Metal Gear streams, and man, did I swear a lot. Like very, very frequently. I might have been frustrated, but also like, man, I need to chill. I need to relax and at least get the extreme expletives down, because it's getting embarrassing to edit it together. I'm like, I didn't realize I threw that many F-bombs out all the time. Oh, hey, Quinn, again?
Huh, look at you. Well, I didn't know if we'd meet again, but I'm glad we did.
Oh, it's been a while, Queen.
Set yourself down here with me and Cass and Flip. Need a drink of water? Need to warm up?
Sure.
Still trying to see much of this country as I can.
Yeah,
Folks I meet are sometimes kind, sometimes mean, and sometimes still perplex me. But all of them beats the folks I left behind. How about you? Seen anyone interesting since we last met?
Seen any... Oh.
Hey, tell me a funny story.
Okay.
You seem like you still got a sense of humor.
Funny story. What's a funny story I've heard lately? No, not sadness. Not the winged goat. The pigeon keeper is a little funny. But that's about love. I need a funny story for Quinn. The Lighthouse Keepers? Was that funny? The Leatherman's Cave? I don't know if I know any funny stories, Quinn. Oh, the pool. Okay, how about the woman praying in Buffalo?
What's the use in telling sweet, happy tales if in the make you snooze?
Yeah, that's fair enough. That story was kind of boring.
Freedom?
I just didn't know many...
Well, that's what them trains have come to mean to me. Freedom. Crossing a country wider than imagination.
Yeah, you already
I
told me
want to
this.
hear a story about ghosts or murderers or something.
Ghosts
Scary
or
stuff.
Murderers or something. Scary stuff. Ghosts. Murderers. Oh, the kids. Crap. No. The Silent Twins. Those ghost kids from
You
the
spin
manor.
a good yarn.
Yeah,
I was
you like
shivering
that
there
one.
for a little bit. Being trapped, caged. You think beggardom is a prison? No, stranger. Beggardom is freedom. Responsibility is the real trap. Wound tight like an old spring. Pride and pretending will bleed folk dry. And then when there ain't nothing left to be proud of, when they can't pretend no more, they'll unwind. I want a story that scares me. Now I'm older, almost nobody can do it. Give me your best shot.
You need a scary story? Finn, I don't... Or, I keep calling him Finn. Quinn, I... Oh, the creepy mill? I've already told him about family. What's something I haven't told him about? Love? Elegant woman in Portland, Maine. Curse? Maybe the curse? I haven't told him anything down here. He's just a little kid. He wants to hear a little ghost story. He wants to hear a little scary story. But I've told him my scariest stories, and he was like, "Ah, you suck, dog. You don't know how to tell a scary story." I'll tell him about the fortune teller who gave me a curse or whatever.
Wow.
Hey,
That's the stuff, stranger.
that's the
Spooky
stuff.
campfire tales are my favorite.
Hey, see, he just likes a little spooky campfire.
Faith.
Faith.
Well, I ain't the religious type, though I was raised in the Christian way.
Literally me. He's
I
me.
reckon
Oh my God,
I don't
he's
see
just-
no
he's
point to
literally
trusting
me.
a god what could squash you in an instant. Such a situation don't exactly breed trustin'.
Such a situation don't exactly breed trust.
Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
Huh, Queen? Oh, if I gotta tell him 16 kinds of stories. Oh, and if I tell him the good one. Oh, so in my meetings. Yeah, this kid is really smart for a, like, wanderer this young. So I need to find enough kinds of stories to tell him about so that I can learn about Quinn's life. And once I've told Quinn enough stories that he likes, he'll tell me the true story about his life. And that is what I can use to get out of my deal with the devil. What kind of story did he want? I forgot. A thrilling story, right? But I need to tell him about the woman or the pigeon keeper. This story sucks. I'm gonna tell him about the couple. Stop
Well, that
calling
sure
my-
was a downer. Give me a good venture tale instead any day.
I'm sorry, Queen.
Love story. Well, some of the songs say love is like being sick in your heart. Don't sound too pleasant to me.
Damn, kid. Holy crap.
I love my dogs, but it don't feel like being sick.
Yeah.
Being sick in your heart sounds more like getting Judased. Something I know a thing or two about.
What happened, Quinn?
I want to hear one of them venturing tales. Got any?
Alright. The woman from Paris in Portland, Maine. She was odd.
Ain't life got enough tearjerkers in it without telling
I'm
stories
sorry,
like
Queen.
that?
I can't look, I'm
Jeez.
trying. I gotta get through all these kinds.
Sadness. Ain't seen no sight sadder than in the city. In the city, they want you to feel like a giant among giants, like you can do anything. But I seen them shanty camps full up with folks who got nothing to eat or do. Cities serve to make the small feel smaller.
I would agree. I think Quinn is somewhere in like the 12 to 15 range. And he's just, he's middle-aged for the time, I guess. Actually,
Aw, heck,
I don't really
the
know
night's
what
over
timeline
already.
we're in.
I sure enjoyed talking to
We-
you, but I gotta get on. Think I'll see what's happening up the
There's
road.
Cars and taxi cabs and trains. Oh, he's going up? Quinn, I'm not gonna see you up there, my boy.
Sometimes I surely do wonder what'll become of this land. Folks have been chasing the dream of tying it up for so long. Now they got their wish. Things are worse than ever. Maybe America was never meant to be held in your hand like this.
My vagrant song.
Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, do I need to go up there and... No, I don't have enough stories to tell Quinn. I need to tell Quinn all my stories. I don't have enough. Vincent. Is there another character down here I can start talking to? Mace? Oh, I've never met this guy. Whoa, hey Mason.
My twin brother Paul and I always got into trouble, but we were good. We didn't do nothing to anybody till we left. Then we hurt a lot of people. Me, more so than Paul, because he didn't make it through.
Oh man. I'm thinking you're. I'm thinking turn of the century, like 1890 something.
The march I was on, the bonus on.
Well, maybe later. It might be
It's
1910,
less a
1920.
bonus and more an acknowledgement of what I've had to suffer. Civilians will never understand.
Oh, hey, soldier boy.
Tell me a happy story. Something to make the world seem kind.
Sure. A happy story. The Seagulls is a good one. Usually the Seagulls goes over well. The Pigeon Keeper? Pigeon Keeper seems like a nice story. Thunderbird's a pretty good story. I don't know many happy stories, it seems, so I'm gonna go with the Seagulls. They had this town, Mason, and they could fish for another year because
I
the
like that
Seagulls
one.
were present.
There's some hope left for you too, you know. Don't give it away too quickly. The future's the issue, ain't it?
I reckon you.
Great war leaves us nothing to go back to. Plucking up the hope and leaving us only with the vile and the unforgiving. So anyway, tell me a funny story. You seem like you know
Anyway,
a few good
I'm the
ones.
most depressing guy you've ever met in this game. Tell me a funny story? Funny. Funny, huh? Funny haha or funny sad? Funny story. This was pretty funny. About the workers who said they didn't use harnesses because when they fell, they
come
flew.
on. That doesn't sound real.
Well, I mean, does it matter?
Freedom is getting paid what you deserve, and getting enough to get by.
Wait, is he sitting on his leg or is he missing a leg? I actually can't
Freedom
tell
is
down
the
here.
ability to be free of pain. Know any good jokes? I'm not so good at telling them anymore.
No good joke. Hey, you're a funny guy. Tell me a joke, huh? There was one time I saw a drunkard lineman in the Northeast. Yeah. Oh, the two brothers that mistook each other. They thought it was their long lost brother, but they actually. Wait.
Yeah, Paul would have liked that one.
No, why do you gotta bring it down immediately, Mason?
The past
Mason,
doesn't
what are the
even
numbers
feel like it
mean, Mason?
happened. It feels like it's happening in every moment, in every slumber.
Okay,
When
dog.
the memories come back to you, do they clutch at you? At your heart?
No, well, yeah.
Do you know any happy stories? Hopeful ones?
Happy stories. A hopeful story. Huh. Ah! I'm gonna get up here for a second. Oh god, what's going on down here? I'm gonna get up here for a second, but hold on, I gotta, whoa, I'm way too close. I'm way too close for comfort right now. Hold on. That's better. Still, a little close. Just a little bit. Oh, Christ. Oh, God, I already forgot. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna tell him about. Oh, hopeful stories. Tell the light story? Oh, the strange one? The aliens? The time I saw an alien in the Northeast? Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, I wish I had kept on to the future stories. He probably would have liked one of those here. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to tell him about the... I wonder if he likes Quinn's story, but I'll tell him about this.
I got nightmares enough without hearing that kind of horror.
Oh, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like the H.P. Lovecraft story.
My wishes come true? Well, if I could wish for anything, it'd probably be for a nice, plentiful garden away from everyone else. My own land, my own laws,
Yes.
my own Eden.
Become ungovernable.
Do you know any happy stories? Hopeful ones?
Happy stories, hopeful ones. How about I tell him Quinn's story?
For a moment
Hey.
there. Just a moment. I felt better about it all too.
Hey, he likes Quinn's story.
Travel. Well, this walk feels like a little bit of freedom now and again. The flowers along the road make for fine company. Here's the sun. I've got to go. I'm headed up the road this way. Will our paths cross?
Maybe another day, Mason, but honestly, you're really
Days
depressing.
come and go and the terrors return. They'll never be able to pay back what they owe me, but I'll always keep at them.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? Is there something somebody owes you?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, death kind of cheated me. Oh, he's okay. So if it's got to be the 20s, we're 1920s because if Mason is a Great War veteran, it's got to be like the 20s or 30s. We've got infrastructure, we've got bridges, nice cars. Let's go into Washington, the DC metro area. It's hard to look at these shining buildings in the direct sunlight. You feel like an ant crawling among the tombs of giants. Away from the monuments, though, you find a city that's a little more human.
The mailman's uniform is dated and worn.
He's just waiting.
He sits on the edge of the road, head in hands.
Like how
He looks up as you approach. Can you help? Car clipped me. I think my legs... Well, I'd appreciate it if you could deliver this for me. He holds out a brown envelope.
I'll deliver the
The letter's
I've got no
addressed to a
choice.
James Gibson Sr., 120 J Street. But the city stymies you. The blocks run straight from I to K. You stop a man for directions, but he shakes his head and laughs. Someone's playing a joke on you. There's no J Street.
I'll keep looking.
Over here. A woman in a brown coat overheard your question. She steers you down an alley. Someone's chalked a big orange J on one wall. I thought Clovis was late. Go left up ahead. Old Man Gibson's the third on the right.
I'll go on alone.
As you round the corner, the world changes. J Street is a place out of time. Like the city forgot an entire street a century ago and carried on around it, oblivious. Even the noise and bustle of DC can't penetrate this little pocket.
This place sounds really nice, actually.
The man who answers is ancient and stooped. He peers at the letter. I think it's from my son. I don't see so well anymore. Will you read it to me? You tear the letter open. It isn't good news.
Tell him the truth.
He fights it, but his face crumbles. Tears roll down his cheeks. It's better to know. I've been waiting a long time for this. His shaking hand takes the letter. Thank you for telling me.
Oh man, what happened? What happened? Oh man. Well, I'll earn some money. Wandered the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. Let's look for work. Let's go back and forth. Digging holes. Not what you had in mind, but damn. They're digging a lot of holes in this park. The foreman assigns you to a work group with a mix of other disheveled men and women and sends you off to a dig pit by the water fountain. What's all this about? Nobody wants to say. A young woman keeps mouthing something to you across the hole. But you can't make it out. What is she saying? Dear Lobby? Dave Hobby? Dean Bobber? You never get anyone to admit what this is all about. But you do get paid pretty okay. Dear Lobby, Dave Hobby, Dean Bobber. Dude. Huh. I don't know what this is referring to. And we still like digging holes. Okay. Well, I've got max money now. I would... Oh, whiskey? I want to take the train somewhere. Not New York. Chicago? Cincinnati? Atlanta. Maybe Atlanta? I'm down to go to Atlanta. Put me in Atlanta. Atlanta's suffering. You can tell. Even before this depression got started, crops were failing and farms were closing. It's done it from the moment. I knew I was gonna have to do an accent for this game, but it's really drawn out that southern twang. Even before this depression got started, crops were failing and farms were closing. Now everybody's looking desperate. Let's explore Atlanta.
You find yourself in a poker game on the 3rd floor of the Wine-Coff Hotel.
I'm glad
Sometimes
I'm here.
these things just happen.
I'll play.
The man with the burned face to your left, he never gave his name, growls at the smiling man seated on your right. You ain't got the stomach. I killed men for lessons in that pot. Smiler plays on and takes the hand. The burned man bares his teeth.
Deal.
This hand comes down to the burned man and Smiler. Walk away, boy, says the burned man. Smiler drops his grin. Ain't your boy, Roy.
Ooh.
Roy's eye twitches. Smiler outplays Roy again, and a new hand comes around.
What do I got?
You've got an okay hand. Not a world beater, but not nothing.
I mean, I came to play, so if I have any hand, I came to play.
For a moment, you think you have it. But Smiler calls and you're outclassed.
In a game of
Roy's
luck?
preoccupied and has to be nudged into dealing.
Alright.
You finally hit a decent hand.
Make it count.
Roy is still
Yeah.
staring at Smiler. What'd you say your name was? I didn't, but it's Jackson. Jackson, repeats Roy. I knew a Jackson once. There's a fierce look in Roy's eye.
Let's see him.
You played it just right. You take the hand and the lion's share of the chips on the table. Smiler cusses. Roy cashes out and slips away. You play a few more rounds, but that hand practically sewed up the game.
Leave.
As you leave the hotel, you smell smoke.
Smoke.
You cross the street and look up. Flames have
What?
engulfed the 3rd floor, where you played the game. The fire spreads hungrily. People are leaning out of windows on the floors above,
What the fuck,
but you can't
Roy?
see any way to help.
Roy, what the fuck? That's a crazy story. I got max money, it seems. Maybe I should buy some whiskey before I earn my... I'll go buy some whiskey with that. Did that... just do that, like, right now? It burns going down. Oh, I buy it and immediately use it. I thought it was going into my inventory. Can I check my inventory? No? Well, I guess I'll earn some money. Go on to the streets of the city, looking for a way to make some cash. Panhandling gets me stories. Nope, nothing. God damn it. Nobody will even look you in the eye. The whole city sucks. Okay. Well, here I am in Atlanta. Do I get whiskey? No, okay. I got nothing. Okay, so I spend my money for no reason. 237 stories. That's crazy. Okay, where am I? I just drank a whole bottle of whiskey. I think I'm gonna go up to Tennessee. I want to see who this busker guy is. This guy looks cool down here too, but I'm gonna head this way because it's also... Oh, it's also on the way to Missouri, so we'll get in there. Wow, there's a lot of characters. There's 16. Oh, they each get to be one of the tarot cards. Okay. I'm headed northwest. Back on the road. Oh, I didn't get it. At least I could hot Chattanooga. Maybe catch a ride on the way up. Sir? You let me? No, let me in. Oh, I see Nashville. Okay. Oh, there's a dog here?
He's small for his age. Boy of 13 or so, sitting on an upturned bucket by the side of a tiny wedge of farmland. The dog, as though by contrast, is massive, an enormous yellow-brown mutt. He's called Rover, the boy explains.
Pa says he can't come with us.
Where are you going?
West.
You notice the Model A truck on the yard, piled high with furnishings and trunks and bags and knots of rope to tie it all together. And upon all that, too, yet more dust and grit.
Pa says it has to be better.
Why can't Rover go?
With one toe tip, he scratches a parabola on the dead, dry ground.
Pa says we can't afford to feed Rover no more.
You can't tell where the blonde of the dog's coat ends and the omnipresent dust begins. Same goes for the boy's hair.
Will you take him?
I'll take him. I'll take him.
Rover follows you eagerly after you feed him the tiniest sliver of jerky. But a few hours later, he snaps to attention, as though hearing some distant noise your ears can't catch. The last you see of him are the markings left by his dirty pelt on the leaves of the underbrush.
What? Oh my god. What happened?
We need a sixth.
Whoa.
She told you, beckoning from the steps of a great dark mansion. And just like
I'm
that,
doing a
you
seance?
found yourself sitting with strangers around a velvet-draped table. Her voice is reedy and high, modulated by the tight collar of her Victorian dress.
Oh.
Join hands, everyone.
Hold a hand.
Your host keeps her eyes closed
know what it's
as she
like to hold hands with
beseeches the
someone you love
spirits of the
interlaced.
dead. But everyone else around the table lets one lingering, awkward glance bounce around between them. You sense they're just about done humoring her when it happens. A deep, nasty thump beneath the table.
Hold on.
The whole table starts
on.
to shake,
Oh, it's
threatening
getting
to
crazy.
lift right off the ground. And
What?
then the staid candle flames start flickering like
Whoa,
mad,
guys,
casting
guys,
ghastly
shit.
shadows on the walls. And then a viciously cold wind cuts through the parlor like sharpened ice.
Hold on.
The damned candles are dancing in midair around you
Hold
now,
on, it's gonna
singeing a hair here and there off the coiffed heads of these well-heeled guests.
Whoa.
You notice your host across the table has her eyes open wider than they should go. A rivulet of blood dripping from her nose.
Keep going.
When you come to your senses, sunrise
Oh, I
has
didn't
begun
get
to
the-
creep in. The parlor is empty but for you and the woman in the old-fashioned dress, who slumped dejectedly over the table.
He didn't show up. All that sound and fury, and no sign of his spirit.
Who? That's not the first time someone's insinuated that I'm carrying some sort of spirit within me.
He sings as he
Ooh.
works, his voice warm and soft as the late afternoon sun. The air's sweet with the tang of recently cut sugar cane. There's a practiced, almost soothing precision to the way he works. He looks up and nods hello.
How are you now?
Making molasses, he says to your unasked question. I sell the blackstripe in town. Farmers use it for feed. Bitter as hell.
Can I
He
try?
grins. Got some set aside. He comes back with a murky flask, waving off any offer of payment. I ain't charging. Folks around here need what they can get. Makes a mean loaf of bread. He nods at the barrels. I'm about done filtering. Got to boil it next. Lend a hand?
No, I'm not gonna ask for money. I mean, he didn't ask for me to pay, so I'm happy
You
to
help him haul the barrels over to the metal boiler. You pour in the juice and set the fire. It's hot work. He fetches water and dark bread, and you share the small meal and a smile. It's good to find another who takes joy in honest labor.
Ooh. Don't mind that. Nobody heard that. Nobody heard. Hold on, hold on. Move on. The man who made molasses. Yeah, I'll just go to the camp. Althea. Yo!
I wanted to be the best blues singer in the world. By God, I was.
Queen.
I was born a poor girl in Memphis,
maybe-
Tennessee. No father.
Maybe
He run out. No mama either.
Probably another
She was
hour
there.
or two.
But she weren't
I'm
there,
thinking,
really.
I'm thinking usually I do at least 4 hours. So I'm thinking probably till midnight. I'm thinking. Was born a poor girl in Memphis, Tennessee. No father, he run out. No mama either. She was there, but she weren't there really.
All alone but for my Uncle Richard. My baby brother Marcus. All alone but for the guitar. Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it.
Okay. A little sadness in here. Okay. Go do your stuff. I'll still be here probably. A little story with a little tragedy. A little sadness. Oh, the love story. These couple that couldn't make it work
That's
no more.
like a song. Pretty and sad.
Yeah, hell yeah, Althea. That's
Love.
exact.
Well, I would have done anything for my brother. Anything, yeah.
I hear you, Althea.
Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it.
A little sadness in you. Mason? Seance near Chattanooga? The fire? Leatherman. Oh, John Chapman and his orchard. That's a great story with some tragedy.
Oh, now that pain.
Don't you tell me, Alfie.
Heaven.
Heaven?
The white man showed up in Memphis. Heard me singing
White
for
man?
dimes outside the barber
Oh
shop.
my god, this game.
I thought he was an angel when I met him. Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it.
Little sadness in your story, huh? Something sad too, a little bit of deep darkness. Something with a little bit of... The abandoned boy in the woods that I found?
I'd drink to that.
I will as well.
You want to hear about my family?
Of course I do.
Uncle would save me bread and milk. Uncle would play his songs for me and I would clap and laugh. Uncle would press my fingers to the string, tell me, "Go on ahead, girl." Then Uncle died. Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it.
Same line every time. A little bit of tragedy, a little bit of sadness, a little bit of... Oh, where's the dog? Where's the dog story? Why don't I have it? Why don't I have the dog story? Where is it? Why can't I tell her about the boy and his dog? I'll tell her about Mason.
Oh, now that pain.
Pain.
I wasn't one to accept death. To live beside it, that wasn't my way. Now, I told myself I was running away to take care of my brother Marcus. But I was just running. Ooh, now I'm in the mood for a story with a bit of that tragedy to it.
Where can I get you some tragedy? The two men who mistook each other for their long-lost brother?
Just don't get that one, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I don't like to think about the past.
Yeah.
When I lay down to bed now, I hear Marcus cry out to me.
Who?
He's hungry, he says. When I was a girl, all I wanted was to help him.
Uncle Marcus?
Ah, the sun is up. One more night gone. I need to be going.
Alright.
If you want to hear more about the deal I made, you can look for me up the road this way.
Down in Mississippi.
I was about 25 when I left my first record contract, no more richer than I was before. Those men took me around like a freak show, me and my guitar and my sad songs. I didn't know what to do once I was free again.
Fair enough.
Alone, drinking my sorrows. That's where the devil found me.
I like Althea. Let's go on into Nashville, see what I can find. See what I can scrounge together up here in Nashville. This is a tired city, but things are changing, locals say. For instance, the local, full-size replica of the Parthenon was recently rebuilt. Huh. You mosey down that way for a look. Let's explore
From
and
the
find it.
windows of the store, you can hear a radio, turned all the way up, tuned to the Grand Ole Opry show being played across town. Two young girls sit outside listening to the music.
I'll peek it.
Or any people. Just a lot of sad dust, marked where the furniture used to stand. The footprints of old memories. When you turn around, the children have left.
Okay. I missed out on that one. Let's earn some money while I'm here. You wander the streets of the city looking for ways to make some cash. Let's look for work this time. Miraculously, you're one of the first people in line when the factory doors open. You join a crowd of people streaming through the machine room toward the back. When the doors to the furthest storage room open, though, the folks in the front ranks recoil. A few even scream. What the devil? You want to get paid, don't you? Shouts the foreman. Get in there, then. Get in. The folks behind you shove forward, and soon you're pushed inside. Holy shit, this room is full of fucking snakes. Well, I'm staying around. Grab them, shouts the foreman, passing out nets. They're harmless. The remaining workers get over their fear and start scooping up snakes by the netful. The beasts hiss pathetically. You dump them into a chute in the far wall. It's better pay well. It does pay well. During lunch, you rest on the warehouse floor. The snakes pile up in the corner and watch you all with enormous suspicion. It's then that you glance out a window and notice a fading logo on a sign outside. Sylvester Bros Fine Boots. Poor snakes. Oh, snakeskin boots. No. No, not the... No. Okay, I don't need any of this stuff. How am I gonna die of a broken heart? Memphis? No. I'll hold on to my money, thank you. Where are we headed? I'm trying to get to Missouri. Oh, we're darn near there. I mean, tell you what. I'm gonna go up through Kentucky. We're gonna pop in through here. Maybe hit up Illinois. We're gonna do a little loop here. We're gonna do a little loop up back through here. And man, I really screwed up not going down over here. But I'm gonna do a little loop. I'm gonna at least go up to Kentucky.
When the night come down.
Is anyone going the other way? For the love of God. Stuff up here.
Gonna scroll my name on the bare bones of the earth. Gonna dig my heels into the ground. 'Cause when that ferry man comes for to tally up my worth, I won't leave.
There's something wrong about this lonely farmhouse. The cows have unusual rain over the porch, and the open door shows a cow lying in the empty parlor. The flower boxes are still well tended, though. There's outgoing mail in the box.
That's very odd.
The moment you step inside the fence, an old woman screams,
Hey! Hey! This is private property!
You quickly realize that the sound is coming from under the porch. Indeed, you can see her hollering at you through the slats of the
What?
steps. You can see a parlor set up in the basin under the porch. A flowery armchair, a rug, and a little lacquered table.
This is an inhabited home.
The old lady barks.
The cows live upstairs and I live down here.
Above, a cow thumps its hoof. She twitches and startles.
That's a way
That's
to live.
right.
She shouts,
I'm a grown woman. I can live any way I please.
She shuffles to her chest of drawers and digs out a packet of rock candy in wax paper, like a grandmother saves for her grandchildren. She hurls it in your face.
Thank you for visiting. Now get out.
Okay. That was odd. Good story, though.
Well, I'm gonna
Hey, here, tell me a better story, though. You share this bus stop with an old man who shifts his from foot to foot, thumbing his suspenders and watching the passing traffic with anxious focus. Hey, he blurts suddenly, turning towards you. You want to hear a good story? Sure. with the air of a man who's distracting himself from something. He stumbles. Quickly, though, He stumbles quickly through a tale about the apple orchard planter who planted 10,000 trees, confusing himself now and again, backtracking, adding new details out of order. You barely piece that story together. Wait a second, that's John Chapman. You suddenly realize that he's told you a twisted version of the story about John Chapman, his orchard, his dog, but massively changed, with whole new chunks you don't remember. True, the old man insists, turning his wincing eyes back toward the road, and with that, the conversation seems over. Indianapolis.
The girl tilts her basket away to hide whatever is inside.
You want to see what I got? I'm not telling.
Aww.
She raises her eyebrows, encouraging you to pry further. This girl is either very confident or too young to know shyness.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Got you hooked. Too easy.
Oh, I've been had.
She twists her lips to one side, mimicking a more adult, thoughtful gesture.
I'll tell you what. I'll show you what's in the basket if you do something for me.
Sure.
Excellent. I want you to kill my mother.
She looks to check if you're paying attention, then points to a figure working at the other end of the field.
She's boring. She keeps making me work when I want to play.
The girl bursts into peals of laughter.
Oh my god.
She doubles over the basket, laughing so hard she's barely able to stand. When she can speak again, she says,
You should have seen your face. You really should.
She beckons you over, shows you her basket.
I'm gonna lift the cloth.
3 kittens snuggle up at the bottom.
Ah!
They're barely old enough to open their eyes.
Ma gave them to me for being good. I've called them Badb, Matcha, and Anand, after a story Nana told me.
She preens.
Bad
I'm very
matcha
clever, you know.
and Anand. I'm very clever. Bob, Matcha, and Anand. I'm not very smart like this girl. I don't know what she's talking about. Ooh, that's a lot of lag, huh? You see that little frame rate? Yeah. Ooh! Oh! Hold on, the vagrants are jamming. Ooh! Oh! Oh, shit! God damn, those cats were cooking. Oh, maybe that's what the the cats in the basket were these cats that are cooking right now. Oh my god. Oh, and the bass. That's a good. Oh, that's a good.
There's a truck
Hey.
parked here. The driver mistakes your look for curiosity.
You want to see something interesting?
He asks, pointing to the trunk. He opens it. There's hundreds of metal tubes with little numbered screw-on caps sorted in wooden racks.
Hundreds of metal tubes with numbered screw-on caps, sorted in wooden racks. Is this like a science kit?
We've been surveying, he said.
Oh.
It's my job to study soil health.
The trunk has a map taped to it, marked with numbered dots.
I can show you the one from your hometown if you see it here.
It's not on your
It's
map.
an official-looking map, but the state borders and rivers are wrong. Half your county is missing. The surveyor offers you a coin for directions to your hometown, but his notes are funhouse mirror English writing.
Whoa.
Fascinating.
Oh
He
my
murmurs.
god, I have to
We learn
remember
so much from you
Funhouse Mirror
folks.
English. That's way better than saying like chicken scratch or something. Funhouse Mirror English writing? Dang. I guess I'm going into Indianapolis. I can tell the stream's not lagging. It's really just the game. Game's goofing up, but I'll hear some more stories.
The man lowers his paper
Oh,
as
the
you
Dust
come
Bowl.
near. His weather-beaten face is drawn. They say it's spreading. The dust is strangling the land. Half my cattle suffocated in the last storm. We cut open the carcasses to salvage the meat. They were filled with mud.
Oh. Keep walking.
He calls after you, his voice hoarse. This whole land is dying. If the harvest fails again, people will too. You walk on, past the dust-choked fields of his farm, trying to ignore the feel of sand in your shoes.
Oh, God, this game's got some great little passages. I need to find a better word for it. But oh my God, these little blurbs are sending me. I love it.
The barn and silo have seen
Whoa,
better
that's creepy.
days.
Oh, that's so creepy.
One big storm might bring the whole structure down. A man hollers, "Ken? Ken? I know you're here, boy." He sees you and lopes across the field toward you. You seen a boy around? About 14?
I have not, sir.
He sighs. My boy is missing. I haven't seen him since last night. He swallows. He ain't the type to run off, neither. Can you spare a minute to help look? I'm worried sick.
This is not the right music for this type of... check the roof.
You climb the ladder and make your way across the roof. A trail of empty beer bottles leads you past a discarded shirt and to the base of the silo. You climb up. There's a hole in the silo roof. A rupture where rotten wood gave way under something large. You maneuver your way along the edge, keeping your weight off the rotted panels. You poke your head inside. He's there, half submerged in the grain.
Oh, no.
He's been dead for half a day at least.
Oh, no.
The man's waiting at the bottom of the barn ladder. Anything? There's a spark of hope in his eyes.
Your son is dead.
He chokes back a sob. I told him not to go up there. I told him. He looks up at the tower, then turns to you, tears tracking down his grimy cheeks. Why didn't he listen?
Oh, man. I'm sorry, man. The policeman in the truck on this corner is having a pretty wild argument with someone on the other end of the radio. No, he keeps saying, no way, you listen in as the man on the radio finishes a wild story about the hotel haunted by ghosts of twin toddlers. I've heard this story. I swear this is what happened. The cop over the radio insists. That's when it clicks. You do know this story, a version of the story of the silent twins, but with some bits left out and replaced. Ain't true, the cops in the truck says. If only he knew.
Deep in the fields, you come across a group of young men clearing weeds and sod from a roadside plot. Pitchforks flying, weeds dying. You almost don't notice that the dark lump beside them is a dozing boy, lying smack dab in the middle of their work.
I'll look
There's an
closer.
odd frenzy to the way these boys are ripping the sod apart. When they notice you approaching, they jog over and stand silently between you and their sleeping comrade.
What's the problem,
The
officer?
youths share nervous looks. The oldest steps forward. Get going, he blurts, leveling a pitchfork at your gut. His hands are shaking. He seems serious.
Friend, all right?
You step closer, and the ringleader loses his nerve. He died, he blurts. He was sweating and crying, and he just fell over. They won't come get us with the truck till sundown. You realize now that the sleeper's been posed. The ashy shadow on his face wasn't cast by a tree.
Ashy shadow? Oh, he's been struck. Oh. I thought I could stay in Indianapolis, but it seems I cannot. Where am I at? Getting up there. Oh, I am near a big city I gotta go visit. I'm so close to Missouri. Alright, we're stopping in this city. We're going up to the Illinois big city and then down to Missouri. Oh, it's Chicago. Please let me in. Oh. Oh, yeah, story. What's this one about?
The Twisters
Whoa.
touch down in a cornfield, fence posts flying in its wake. A huge black stallion charges toward the tornado. On its back, a cowboy whips his lasso through the churning air, nearly matching the Twister's speed. His wild laughter carries on the wind.
I'll watch.
God damn it, Bill!
Another man hollers, clapping his hands to his hat to keep it from flying off.
Quit being a damn fool!
The man on the horse turns toward him and flashes a beatific grin before digging his heels harder
Beatific.
into the horse's flanks.
I'm gonna watch the cowboy.
His Stetson goes flying, caught by a gust. He doesn't seem to notice. He barks a single yee-haw as he stands in the stirrups, leaning into the whirlwind. In a moment, man and beast are enveloped in the storm. All you can hear is Bill's wild laughter.
Wow. Ooh, that's a good one. What's going on in Chicago? Downtown, bustling behind you. Lake Michigan stretching before you. Chicago's beautiful, isn't it? But there's a dark heart to this place. Dangerous men on the streets, and a glint of fear in every person's eyes.
It's
Whoa.
the midday, and yet this whole neighborhood is eerily quiet. Everyone seems to have retreated into their homes as if warned of something. You soon realize what? The reciprocating sound of a Thompson gun,
Oh.
emptying its drum.
Run for cover.
You get behind a car, putting the engine block between you and the sound. But it's muffled, coming from inside a building. You're in no danger, you think. so you allow yourself a peek above the black hull of the car.
Look.
And running down the cobblestone street, a man in fine, blood-spattered clothes. He has his hands out, mouth open, screaming something, but you don't catch what he says. He's drowned out by gunfire, and his body slumps to the ground.
I'll keep
The
watching.
men responsible, 3 abreast in dark overcoats and wide hats, walk up to him to check on the body. The smallest of the 3 has a nervous energy about him.
People are gonna see us, boss.
People ain't gonna see nothing. Not on these streets.
Nice. That was cool. I don't need any money. I don't need to spend anything. Can you get me a train to... Oh, God. St. Louis is Missouri, ain't it? Minneapolis is gonna be north. Detroit, Michigan. Give me a second. Where is that's Michigan. I want to go... Oh, I'm already there. Oh, I thought I was going that way. Let's try St. Louis, right? St. Louis is... Oh, it's story. Oh, story. Hold on. Story time. At a camp? Is there someone at this camp?
The storm swept in just before sundown, heralded by a purple sky and electricity in the air.
What the fuck?
He sought shelter alongside a grizzled farmer. All he can do is pace, muttering to himself.
Can't just stay here.
You catch.
Gotta find her.
Oh.
He looks up at you.
My daughter was out down the road.
He balls his fists.
God, fuck this.
He hauls open the door, shielding his face from the fierce dust. He runs out into the storm.
I'm gonna try to
The
help.
dust scours your skin, and razor winds whip at your clothing. You struggle for breath. The maelstrom has turned the world murky red. You don't see the farmer.
Keep going.
You press on through the storm. You see the farmer up ahead. He's on his knees. A great, dark shape made from swirling dust looms over him.
What? Shadow, what are
You
you
manage
doing?
no more than a cough. The dust thing engulfs the man in his body.
What?
The storm whips faster. You can't breathe.
What?
You have to get back to shelter.
What was that?
You
what was
make
that
it to
thing?
safety, but don't manage any sleep. The storm settles in the early hours. You find the farmer laid out in the street, his corpse a shriveled mass. He has one arm stretched out in front of him,
What?
as if to crawl.
Oh my god. What? So Cam. Cassidy. His name is Cole Cassidy.
I've met a lot of people like you on this road.
Oh. Not what I thought. He sounds like He sounds like the guy. What's the? Oh god, what's like the guy who shoots you and? Oh hey, it's this song. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. He sounds like Benny from New Vegas, the guy who shoots you in New Vegas. Sounds like Benny.
There's something you want from it, isn't there?
No, not really. I'm sorry.
A desire that scratches and scrapes away at the sides of your body.
He's got some kind of like jersey going on.
Does being out here feed that part of you? It's that way for me, living in a state of motion, resting nowhere, returning to no one.
What is this accent?
I've been a wandering ghost for a while now, and I'll be that way for some time to come. But that's a fate I should have known I was in for. I'm a poet, after all.
Okay.
I need an optimistic story right now. Something to put a smile on my face. Can you think of any, like...
Optimism. 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 Dun, 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 dun. An optimistic story. The Basket of Kittens.
I don't think I'm in the intended audience for that joke.
Okay, that's not a joke.
Joy. I've had joy in my life.
Okay.
I used to be part of a group of mad prophets, rabble-rousers, channelers of holy knowledge.
Oh my god. Can I just take a fat screenshot of this? Hold on. I don't even care. I'm just gonna do it. Output projector. Big ol' size. Give me this. That's awesome. That's an awesome little quote. God, this game is cool. These are good writers. Really good stories.
We'd get a couple gallons of wine, bring them over to our friend Pauline's house. Then we'd shout these incandescent verses to each other, to the land and the sky. We were loud late into the night. What good would those words do if they didn't reach the heavens? Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. Do you know any stories like that?
A sadness about lost friends. Oh, the street, the lost street, lost to time.
The tragedy in that story, it's real. Have you ever tried writing poetry?
Yeah.
I know sadness. These days, the melancholy just settles over me like a heavy bay fog. It makes its residence with me, and I accommodate it. I start to think, well, the world isn't made for being happy in, not for someone like me. My old friends have their happiness. Jess and Deborah, Pauline, Silas too,
Silas,
maybe.
you know, everybody knows.
And good for them.
Oh.
It'd be wrong to begrudge someone their happiness, wouldn't it? No matter how jealous you are.
True.
Alone, out here, I spend too much time inside my own head. Can you tell me a hopeful story to lighten my mood?
A hopeful story. Hopeful story to lighten the mood. The future. A hopeful story to lighten the mood. Man, I don't have any good hopeful stories. I guess I'm telling about the birds again, the seagulls in Portland.
That's a good one. We do reach up like that, towards hope.
Yeah.
The future. Well, what do you want from this life you've been given? Do you think there's a chance you'll get it?
Yeah. What's the point if you don't think there's a chance?
It's good to march forward, thinking you can reach the goal you set out for yourself.
Right, what else would I be doing?
Of course, we both know it doesn't always work out. Maybe it never works out.
It's not about the destination. It's about trying.
Not many people I know seem to have gotten what they want, except for Pauline.
It's about
maybe.
doing.
Personally, I don't think what I wanted from this world was so unreasonable.
What did you
Sometimes
want?
I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. Do you know any stories like that?
A sadness that resonates with setting out to do something and it's not always gonna work out. It doesn't always work out. Oh, the boy.
That one was like getting locked out in the cold with nothing but your sorrow. I liked it.
Nice.
Change. I've seen a lot of change. Everything, everyone I thought I had is gone. Our friend Pauline, she had a big house and a husband who often wasn't around, so naturally, that's where we went for readings. We were wild, radiant, sweaty, alive.
Yeah.
All kinds of people came and all of them were poets. All of them with such beautiful souls.
Sure.
Each with so many things to say and the true heart to share them.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe that's all gone now. Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. You know any stories like that?
What was this? Another, it doesn't always work out? This guy's a bummer. The couple parted by unemployment.
The tragedy in that story,
It's real.
it's real.
Have you
ever tried writing poetry? The space you give to love is the same space you open yourself up for potential harm. That's an old truism, and I'd read all about that kind of thing from an early age. So, it's not like it should have been a surprise to me. Still, I wasn't prepared for how much it all going sideways hurt me as much as it did. The way I felt about Silas wasn't like anything I could remember feeling before. The whiplash from that is why I'm out here by myself now. I miss the old group. I really do. I still have that image in my head. Pauline's house, the poets, Jess, me. But on top of them all, there's Silas. In my memory, he looms. He haunts. You ever meet someone so far above everyone else? It's like they were from a different plane altogether. That was him. A divine presence among normal human beings.
Okay.
Silas was part of the group, but at the same time,
Welcome
he wasn't.
back.
He was better than any of us. Wiser, gentler, stronger. We all held him in respect. We were in awe of his power as a writer, in reverence for the beauty of his soul. I still love him. Look, I'm headed out this way. If you find yourself out there, maybe we'll meet
Iowa?
again.
Nerd. Okay. Later, Cassidy. Okay. Alright, I need to get on a different road. I don't want to go talk to Cassidy again. So, I need to get on 66 and head south-southwest. Where is Route 66? Maybe I can catch the train? New Orleans. I'm good. I'm not trying to go all the way to New Orleans. Wait, I'm stupid? Yeah, that's like, that's, whoa, way further. I was trying to go to Missouri, my guy. still don't know how the whistling works.
My heels into the ground.
Stop. 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 Oh, please stop.
Comes for the tally of my worth. I won't leave much to find.
There it is. On the horizon. The big city of St. Louis. A lot of lag in this game for some reason. Can't really tell why. Can't really tell why I'm chugging frame rate in a game like this. There's really no reason I should be. And like Streamlabs is seemingly fine. Oh, this is an odd one. I don't know why this is so difficult to run.
I'm gonna keep those roads stuck in my soul.
I mean, let's see. Let's look at the map, Nari. You left when I was around here in Tennessee. Right? I got down here in Tennessee, talked to the barrel maker and the dog and the seance. Then I think you left while I was walking to Kentucky. I met these people. And then we came up through Indiana. I moved up. I think I went over to this city, but I guess I didn't. No, I got confused. Walked into Illinois. Met some folk, talked to Cassidy. Saw a dust bowl and a tornado in the same 5 minutes. And I walked on down to Missouri. And I think I gotta walk across the bridges. Oh. Maybe I can hitchhike one of these cars.
I'm gonna cast my
Sir?
stones o'er the waters
Okay.
of this land.
I'll take the boat, I guess.
I'll see them falling off.
And here I am. St. Louis. Quarter of the folks in this state are jobless, they say. And St. Louis is home to America's largest Hooverville. There you find homes, churches, and food shelters built of loose boards and metal scrap. Let's take a walk around.
It's nearly Christmas. Many are drinking liberally. A man staggers up from a downstairs bar and falls over the top step. Help me! You can barely hear his voice over the traffic. For God's sake, help!
I'll move in.
People tut at the man's drunken state. A woman tosses a coin at him without even looking. The drunk clasps at his gut and looks straight at you. Help me. Please. He lifts his hand from his stomach. His palm is red with blood.
Holy, okay.
You
I'll
press
help.
a cloth on the wound, and he hisses with agony.
Whoa, okay.
Another man strides up the stairs, laughing. He looks at the bleeding man, sweeps his Stetson off in a theatrical bow, then turns to you. You best mind your own.
What? Oh, I need a balance story. Oh, I don't want to leave. I need more stories like this, but I'll leave them.
The Stetson-wearing man applauds your departure. He addresses the injured man. There, Billy. Someone who knows how to pay me respect.
No, I'm sorry.
Role model for you, huh?
I want to go back. I want to go back. Factory gates swing open. Who here can use a sewing machine? Shouts the foreman. You can mend holes with a needle and thread, but you haven't lived in the same house as a sewing machine in years. Um, I'll lie. You're ushered into a factory filled with machines you've never seen before. You see spools of leather straps sliding frames of steel. Nothing you recognize. Well, crap. They explain the machinery to your group, but the instructions are totally mystifying. A thick-armed woman next to you makes a grunt of recognition. She probably actually knows how to use a sewing machine, huh? You know you absolutely cannot fake competency here. Fake a catatonic spell. You let your legs go loose and fall flat onto your ass, dropping your stuff everywhere. The workers in the crowd yelp and back away. The foreman crouches over you in a panic. He slaps you once across the face. Hey! Hey! Oh shit, oh shit. I'm lying completely still. Much to your surprise, they're incredibly kind about it. They carry you into a side room and leave you on a cot. You lie there for hours until you're sure they bought it. You get no pay, of course, but they let you go without a fuss, urging you to take it easy. Move on. Oh man. I do need to buy. I need to heal my health. How's about a gooey butter cake? I'm liking the look of a gooey butter cake. Makes a nice little... Is this a good sound? Is this a good... Is this... Definitely all about this gooey butter cake. Give me... Beep, 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 beep. No, that's too much. That's a little better. I don't know. I've been fiddling with the sound too much in this one. Spaghetti? Spaghetti takes all my money though. I don't need to spend all my money. Yeah, alright, I'll get the spaghetti. Can't go nowhere now. Well, here we are in Missouri. I guess I'll follow the road. I don't see much else to go to. Where's the train going? San Ann! No way, no me mames. Take me to San Ann. Oh, there's no one on the train. It's lonely. As you hop off the boxcar, you suddenly feel the heavy hand of a railroad bull on your shoulder. Now where'd you come from? He asks in a way that indicates he doesn't care. You don't mess with the B&O cars. The beating that ensues is efficient and brutal. Oh, he beat the absolute shit out of me. Whoa, he beat the absolute shit out of me.
You reckon he can make the time? The old-timer elbows you as you try to get a look from the edge of the pen. Thick dust kicking up from the bronco's hooves. The cowboy's body swings like a reed being whipped in the air. He doesn't fall quite yet.
I should have stayed. I should have probably gone around Missouri a bit more. There was probably some secret little story kicking around. It doesn't quite get it. You reckon you make it the old timer elbows you try to get a look at the edge from the pin and just gonna Broncos of the cowboy's body swings like a I wouldn't bet on it.
Good, he says. Betting will be the death of this town, I tell you. You turn to look at him. He's a leathery figure under a hat that's too big for his frame now. Eyes squeezed into slits by decades of harsh sun.
All right.
The cowboy's body seems to bend entirely around itself as he sails through the air, propelled by one last buck from the horse. He lands back first on the sand, with a puff of dust and a pained grin.
Hey, that's a good story.
Estos son los que me enterrarán.
I'm trying to listen to these lyrics. The lyrics of a trumpet.
Pues voy a
They've
tirar.
taken over a booth at the roadside diner.
Please.
Tables strewn with papers and forms. He's in shirt sleeves, revolver hanging loosely off his chest. She's in a moss green dress from 2 seasons ago
Yeah.
and a felt hat that's begun to warp.
I'll listen
You
in.
slip into the booth next to him.
Tell me again where you saw him last?
He asks.
He was in the car with me. We were just driving down the road.
Keep listening.
So where did you stop the car? He asks. She sounds exasperated.
I told you, I never did.
They have the same accent, same drawl from somewhere
Yeah,
in North
same.
Texas or Oklahoma.
Oh, they got them
But
Dallas
his is
drawl.
subtler, although he's been trying to shake it for a few years.
Keep my eyes to
You try
myself.
not to
I ain't
disturb
no,
them, but in
I ain't no
truth,
Yankee.
they barely know you're there.
We were going 40 miles an hour when he vanished. All I saw were those damned lights.
In the lingering, baffled silence that follows,
That horse
you find your
began to
cue to
sway.
leave.
Bass sound. Oh, yeah, it's been a minute. Horses were locked on the mine. I love this song. White rider, ain't fixin' for to join your faded line. White rider, don't come to claim me for I've had my time. Oh, it's such a bop.
Beside this lonely campfire,
Hey!
a familiar, magnificent black horse rears at your presence. A familiar old Stetson-hatted cowboy
Wait, what?
calms him. Easy, boy, Bill says. He turns his attention to you. Sorry, he startles around strangers. I guess he's like me. You want to give him an apple?
Sure.
The horse snorts as you approach. Easy, easy, Bill says again, his voice low and soothing. The horse eyes you warily, but lowers its head to your palm and begins to eat. The cowboy nods as he lifts a tin pot from the flames. You want a cup of coffee, stranger?
Sure.
Don't get company much, but I try to be hospitable. West's changed. Folks still need each other. A rattlesnake unwinds from his neck
Whoa,
and slithers
what?
down his arm. Oh, don't worry, he won't bite. There's no animal I can't tame.
Dollar.
People, though. He trails off, stares into the fire.
$1. What was it? Some dude gave me $1 in another town. He said it was the first dollar he ever made. But his business said, gone kaput, so he didn't need it was his first dollar and his last. So he thought he'd just give it away. I was a cool guy.
It was 5 days ride from Tulsa when I pitched into the sand. My legs gave out, my body lacked the strength.
I don't know the lyrics that well. It's break time at this half-finished bridge. The workers are gathered around a young man who sits on a bucket like a king. They listen raptly to his story about the boy who lives wild in the woods with the bones of his father. You realize it's the story of the boy whose shiftless father left him alone in the woods, but it's heavily embellished. The young man on the bucket tells it masterfully. masterfully. Jesus, I can't read. Doing all the voices, as if he's told it the way, as if he's told it this way 1,000 times before. What a story. It's nothing close to what actually happened, but this version's pretty good. You'll have an easy time remembering it now. Hope I die. The river? Take me to the river walk. It's humid here. It's the first thing I say about Texas. It's humid here. It's almost like we built half this. It's It's humid here and absolutely sweltering. Men lounge in the shade and pluck their sweat-soaked shirts off their sticky chests. Oh, that's some great alliteration. It's absolutely sweltering. Men lounge in the shade and pluck their sweat-soaked shirts off their sticky chests. Oh, that's a good line. You wander down a wide, modern street as the cars go roaring by. Time to explore.
Little remains of the
Whoa!
Alamo. Just a
I think we're
chapel
definitely
and some
30s.
barracks.
Looking 30s now.
The inside of the chapel
The
seems
Alamo, right?
off,
Oh, right.
like a space that is both ruin and restored relic. Unsure if it should crumble
God, I must have.
or sparkle.
Oh God.
The rumbling of cars outside is undeterred by the shaky
There it is.
adobe walls.
Somebody must have hit me in the head when I was in that other camp. Oh God, I can only remember one thing. And that's the Alamo.
You come across a well, a squat square made of stone, hidden beneath a large, crooked oak tree. And on it sits a dejected man, eyes downcast, face hidden by a broad-brimmed hat, and clothes so thickly coated with dust that you can't make out their style or color. He
Dang.
looks up at you, and you get a better look at his face. Sun-beaten, several days unshaven, and body. Though he smells strongly of black powder, a single sharp hole punctures his torso.
What?
From there, blood oozes down, and smoke wafts up.
You alright, partner?
No. It's too late for me. He bats your hand away. His is clammy and cold, even in the hot, dry air. It's a long time before he musters the strength to say anything more. I marched out here following some rich man. New Orleans.
What for?
He makes a hollow noise like he's trying to laugh, but has forgotten how. For this. A heavily worn boot scratches a line in the dusty ground. For land. For the dirt of this place. I was promised. But instead of speaking, he just slumps forward, bent like a reed.
Man. I need money. I need good money. Join a crew of laborers waiting on a street corner. Soon, a truck pulls up, and everyone jumps in the back. The job's good, one woman assures you. You ride a short way before the truck pulls up behind a factory. Everyone hops out, starts putting on heavy coats. Heavy coats? In San Antonio? The whole factory is a vast cold meat locker. You're shivering in only a few minutes. Dragging the carcasses around is hard work, but it only keeps you so warm. Soon, your hands are totally numb. Keep going. No, wait, am I gonna die? You grit your teeth and keep working. By nightfall, you're shaking almost uncontrollably. You're paid a full day's wages, but it's hardly worth it. I got the monies. Please, Oh shit, son. Oh, please give me that blue plate special. Ooh, Little blue plate special, you got to set you right, I tell you what. My God, a little blue plate. Let's see. Oh. Bum 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 dun 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 dun. Man, only 2 major Texas cities on the map, huh? Well, I guess Kansas got none, so I can't. Get fucked, Kansas. No, none for Oklahoma too? No way. All right. I want to cut a little north. I'm thinking about heading up through the Panhandle, hitting Colorado, and then I'm gonna probably ride it west into California. If I have enough time, even. We'll see how far I get. I think it's time to head north. Can I hop a train? Where's this going? Santa Fe? Too soon. Wait, am I already out of Texas? Oh, right, okay, I'm heading to Middle Texas, I see. I was gonna say, no way, I'm already out of Texas, I just walked away from... I can still see San Antonio back here. Oh, new music, new zone. Nobody ever stops. Nobody stops down here. Oh no. I'm in... Oh god. Oh, it's... it's the worst spot imaginable. Gallas.
Stacks of suitcases grind the parked Model A deeper into the dirt. An extended family inside defies the carrying capacity of the vehicle. The driver leans out the window. Want this? He swings a violin around by its neck. 10 bits. We need it for gas. You hear a muffled pounding from somewhere within the car.
I don't have that much.
6 bits then. We need it for gas. The pounding becomes frantic.
The story is better if I buy it. I know this looks bad, but the story will be better if I buy this right now. It's the same type either way. So it's better if I buy this violin for 6
The violin
bits.
is yours, and the car shudders down the road. It's not quite out of sight when the back door pops open and you hear a girl's voice scream at you. That violin belongs to Louise Ames, you dumb fuck. The door and the girl are wrestled back into place, and the car fades into the blur of the horizon.
I will keep the
Its
violin.
weight feels like a comfort as you walk. After all, who knows when you'll need Louise Ames' violin.
Hey, oh that's cool. Do I have it now? I don't. Oh, I see. I can swap the stories. This story sucks. Oh, I don't know that much better, actually. Alright, let's keep going.
She waits by the ruined mill, in an overcoat 2 sizes too big.
Look, over here. Look at this.
She yells.
This only happens once every 10 years, for Christ's sake.
She grabs your hand, and you both look at the black gear rolling west to cover the sun.
Oh, it's the eclipse. Look at the black gear rolling west to cover the sun. Look at it.
Steadily, the darkness draws across the sun until it is almost total. She clutches your hand tightly.
I've never seen this before. I've never seen this.
Wait.
The sun, obscured, throbs and expands, raging against the night.
I'm not supposed to look at it, right? I mean, it's a video game, fuck
The
it.
eclipse breaks. The sun surges forward, screaming, burning, writhing in torment.
Whoa.
Your eyes burn too, as if in retaliation, as if your witness of the sun's humiliation constituted some great insult. You look at her. Her
Why did that do that? Just want to save this.
eyes
My bad.
are bleeding.
No, what? Oh, that's awful. Oh, that's so awful. This is not the music I should be listening to after that. Alright, so I need to drop back south probably, or maybe I should pop into Oklahoma. Those are water crossings, aren't they? Not... well, no, because there's one there. Those are camps, I believe. Keep going. Oh, we're up in like Wichita Falls now. This is not the music I would have anticipated. I guess we're in Oklahoma now. We're heading towards this little vicinity of the belt. Spit. What do you mean? Oh, whoa. Yeah. Yeah, it's getting... Got a lot. It's got a... I wonder, does Missouri border more states than any other state? It's got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 states bordering it? There's no way another state has more than 7 states bordering it. Idaho comes close at 6, 7 if you count Canada. Colorado's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 if you count Arizona's corner. I never noticed. I think Missouri has more states bordering it than any other state. That's neat.
A woman waits while a man in a truck fills 2 of her buckets with scoops of whitish powder from a bin. She sees you staring. Want to make some cash?
Doing
She
what
calls.
exactly?
She takes you up the drive to her farmhouse, where her son and daughter are mixing something in a metal barrel. Locust bait, she says. Poison? The town bought enough for everyone, but we gotta mix it ourselves. She'll pay you to help.
Sure.
You use a broom handle to mix the poison with bran. The teens watch from the porch,
Okay.
faces frozen in distrustful scowls. Their mother pays you well, but later in the day you feel lightheaded, tingling pins and needles all over.
Ooh.
You feel only a little better after you vomit.
Gross. I'm hurting. I need a bed. I want to talk to this guy up here.
Just a moment there,
Hey.
he says, shaking your hand. I'm Paul Dalhart from the Republican Herald. You may have heard of it. Syndicated in 6 counties.
Never heard
Well,
of it.
no matter. But listen, you may have noticed a vocal few out there. I call them naysayers, who throw up their hands and fly the white flag as soon as life gets a little tough. But wouldn't you agree that it's never been a better time to live and do business in this country?
That's a cool little thing you got going on. Hold on, let me flip over to my Yes, business. You're with a VTuber. Yes, business. Wouldn't you say there's never been a better time to live and do business in this country? This is right after the stock market crash, basically. This is like post-depression era. Sure.
He
Yeah,
nods
never been better.
happily, scribbles down your details for the paper.
Did I lose? I lost.
I could tell
something
you
there.
weren't a naysayer the first time I saw you. My thanks. And his voice drops to a conspiratorial whisper as he palms you a quarter. From a brother in arms.
What? I'm too dumb to know what just happened. Oh, good. Nara, did I tell you I had to explain to someone on a job who asked me what I did in my free time, and I had done nothing but work on this for like a couple weeks. And I had to explain to this camera assistant what VTubing. I was like, do you know what VTubing is? And they said no. And then I had to explain to them, this like 30-something-year-old camera assistant, what I do in my free time. I was so embarrassed. Oh my god, I was so embarrassed. I haven't had to do it yet. He was very understanding, but I was too shy to I was too shy to show him any like pictures or references. I just didn't know how to explain it, or like I didn't know how to like lessen the load on what I was about to show him. There was no good example piece that I could show him in a few seconds. I wasn't gonna pull up like the shorts I make. I wasn't gonna pull those up and just drop them on him. But he was very nice. He actually he texted me the other day, and like he sent me the link to a studio in town that does work with VR. Like but more like Unreal Engine stuff and like mocap and such, but it was cool. He was like, "Hey, you should this reminds me of what you were talking about." He mentioned it while we were there, but he didn't remember the name, and then he sent me a link. Cool guy. Should have showed him a Shy Lily clip. In hindsight, he probably would have understood. I just didn't know how to go the route of like I just didn't know how to explain it to him concisely without looking like a weirdo. And maybe I can't, because maybe I'm just weird, but... Alright, these fellas are lounging in the front of a half-finished office building, taking their lunch break. Aye, one calls, waving you down. Rick was telling us this story. Listen, okay? And you tell us if it's bullshit or not. Sure. Rick, a credulous-seeming fellow, starts telling you a story about a witch girl and her kitten familiars. You realize it's the story of the girl with a basket of kittens, but changed in a few major ways. So it's definitely part bullshit, right? But also a little real? It's bullshit. It's not bullshit. Half the group groans. How the hell is that supposed to be a real story? Exclaims the man who waved you down. You're all the most gullible pieces of shit I ever met. And this mic stand's giving me guff. Hold on, I'm gonna fight with it real quick. Alright, maybe that'll do. The other half of the group, vindicated, shares a bottle of pop with you. It's still falling. Mike Stan, please, I need you to stick with me now. I can't afford to buy one just yet. Hold on, I can't afford to buy another one of these. Alright. I've vanquished the dragon of a mic stand. Ooh, I learned that story better.
The baby buffalo lies tangled by a fence, wire biting into its flesh. Please, it says, I must reach the sanctuary before they find me. The light here has a thin quality. Colors are oddly muted. There's a taste of something old in the air.
What the I was fighting with the mic stand again, but what is happening? The buffalo? Who's chasing you,
They were
man?
hunters of my kind. I am the last born. Every year it repeats. I must run. They must chase. It is the cycle that lets my people survive. You hear hoofbeats. A ways back down the road, a cloud of dust rises. The buffalo struggles. Please, help me.
Hell yeah, dude, I love Buffalo Wild Wings.
The
You kidding
wire
me?
cuts into your hands, but you untangle the animal. The buffalo charges off as soon as it's free. Come on! You glance behind. A trio of riders emerges at the head of the dust cloud.
Follow the buff.
You run alongside the buffalo. Not far. It grunts. Just ahead. You see the boundary, a line of rocks that mark the border, but the hoofbeats sound close. The ground dips, and the beast stumbles and falls. I'll be on you any second.
Oh god, I don't know. I can't carry a buffalo, surely. That'd be like carrying 2 horses. I think I have to distract. There's no way. I'm gonna distract the riders.
You stand
Oh,
defiant in the path of the riders.
yeah.
They're coming in fast,
The
wreathed
what?
in dust,
No
but you
way.
hold your nerve.
Ain't no way.
The lead rider veers at the last moment. The other 2 haul on the reins, sending their horses sliding. You're thrown into the dirt.
Look up.
The
Where's
buffalo crosses the line and turns
Yeah.
with a defiant bellow. A primal sound that far outstrips its size. It drags its feet through the dirt, kicking up a cloud of dust. When it settles, The four are nowhere to be seen. You hear the distant clamor of a herd in motion.
Aww. Hell yeah. Did it. Please give me a ride. Okay, I think I'm on the right track. Yeah, we're headed west. We're headed west. And I'm dying. I did it! Amarillo! Oh my god, it's the last stop out of Texas. Nothing like yellow Texas. Oh, the mountain, the Rockies! No, oh
A
shit!
hurried little girl collides into you with a wheelbarrow
Aw.
full of hay, nearly knocking you
Whoa,
out of
what's
your
in
shoes.
the, whoa, what's in the...
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You nod, but the way the girl fusses over the wheelbarrow, was that apology meant for you?
You lost?
Lost? Me? No, not at
Lost?
all.
I was lost once.
She stands up taller and squares her shoulders, projecting an
They put me in a
image
hay
of
bale.
adulthood
A bale
so
with hay.
stiff she looks about to tip over.
And then someone shouted, "Hey,
But I
you
guess
lost?"
I could use a little help.
Lost? I was lost once.
Can I ask you
They
something?
put me in a
pretty
bale
please?
with hay. And then someone shouted, "Hey, you lost?" Go on.
Well, I found this critter, but my daddy won't let me keep it unless I take real good care of it.
Relating this dilemma has put her on the verge of tears.
Do you know how I can be the very best pet owner in the world?
Whoa. That sounds like a story I'd hear in this game. Was -5 in Amarillo? I could see it. I could see it because there's just nothing out there. And I guess when it would get cold, it would get really cold if it's cloudy as well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet Amarillo can get stinking cold if you really wanted it to. Especially in the last couple years. I found this critter, but my daddy won't let me keep it unless I take real good care of it. Relating the dilemma has put her on the verge of tears. Do you know how I could be the very best pet owner in the world? Yeah, that would work. Wow, in December too? I was gonna say like late January or something. That's crazy that it'd even be that early. That'd be that cold in Amarillo. I believe it though. Especially you're getting close to the mountain ranges and such. You're getting into like New Mexico. You're in the Taos territory. Food and shelter.
The girl bursts into hysterical laughter, like she just heard the funniest joke.
I don't know how to feed it when it don't have a mouth.
Whoa.
The laughter fades, and her look of worry returns.
What the fuck do you got?
Any other ideas?
Lots and lots of love.
She smiles so bright.
That's all it takes? Gosh, I already love it so much.
What is it? It doesn't have a mouth. Oh, that's so creepy.
The plants grow and blossom as you watch. The man goes down the line, applying a few drops from a vial as he goes. As the liquid soaks in, each plant pushes up from the soil, unfolding and stretching for the sky.
That's miraculous.
He turns to you.
It's quite something, isn't it? Soy here strangles the crops. People are starving.
But even when the plants survive, they don't grow fast enough to fill people's bellies.
He smiles.
My miracle formula will change that.
And he
He
was
shakes
killed.
his head.
I'm not giving up my secrets that easily. The state will pay a lot of money for this.
He shakes the vial. He tears off a leaf.
Here, try some.
Numb.
It's just bitter at first. But as you swallow, the fibrous mass burns in your throat. You fight to hold it down, and your stomach knots tight when the plant matter hits it. You cough and hiccup. The man looks at you, curious.
What do you think?
It tastes like unwashed death, my guy.
He waves a hand.
Well, yes, there are some
There's a
kinks
few
to
kinks
work
to
out,
iron
but
out,
people
but-
are starving. They can't be
Hey, that's a
fussy.
scientist.
Won't be long
That's
before no
that's
one
a
around
smart
here
man.
goes
That's an
hungry
engineer.
again.
Your stomach protests. You feel like you'll be hungry again very soon indeed.
Oh, I need to get to a major city fast. Man reads the newspaper with barely contained horror. His grin is spreading wider and wider as he makes his way down to the pages. Suddenly, his frown cracks into something with a little more amazement in it. He says, "What's the matter?" He reads out a story about the storm generated by the gigantic bird. You're shocked. It's the story of the massive thunderstorm. Oh, but with some bits changed. Do you think this has really happened? Yes. Oh, yes. He shrugs. Sounds like nonsense to me for sure, he says. The stuff they print these days. Wait, I need a ride. Wait, please. Oh, here we go. Hey, whoa. Oh, let me get on the other end. Please, please stop. Please stop. Please. Boing, 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 boing. Oh, I want to get that story. Ooh. Oy. I think I'm actually about to die. Should've got the Santa Fe. The old hands are sitting down to share a meal along tables. On long tables. One of them sees you loitering near the barn, winking. He waves you over. Just nod and smile, he says. Passes you a steaming plate. They'll think you're a day laborer. Nobody questions you, and the food is delicious. Aw, man, hell yeah. Hey. Hey.
No tengo amigo más que el viento y el mar. Y cuando esté frío y falta, estos son
Wait, let me
los que
in. Let me in.
enterrarán.
Wait, no, let me in. No. No, wait, I'm sorry.
Pues voy a tirar estas piedras sobre las aguas.
The steady spin of the lasso is hypnotic,
Help me out here.
says the man.
I've been hunting this horse a long time. Extra pair of hands will make sure she doesn't get the better of me.
Why this horse?
She belonged to someone who wronged me. Butch slipped out of this world before I could square things between us, but damn did he love this horse.
He grins.
If she bucks real hard, haul on the rope. Buy me some time.
What are you gonna do with
He's
her?
dead. His old crew, though, they're still around. They'll bust a gasket when they see me ride in on his horse. His hand hovers over the handle of his knife, and then he grins. Let's get this done.
Okay.
He flicks the lasso, roping her neatly with his first throw. He presses the end of the rope into your hands and runs for the horse, slipping smoothly onto her back before she's realized what's happening. She fights, though, bucking hard enough to jar him loose.
Drop the rope.
He slips, tumbling into the dirt, and narrowly avoids being trampled under her heels. The man rolls to his feet, pulling the knife. Fucking hell! You stupid or just got a death wish? It's time to run.
Sorry, you gotta get out of here.
Horsemen, their course locked onto mine. White rider, ain't fixin' for to join your faded line.
The strains of ragtime rise from an
Hell
almost
yeah,
tuned
dog.
piano. At the bar, an older woman, dark-haired and striking, toys with her cigarette holder. Hope you don't need lodging, the bartender tells you as you sit. The hotel's haunted. At that, the woman chuckles.
Why'd you laugh? Wait. Yeah, what about the ghost?
It's an old story. Way they tell it, there was a lady living on the 5th floor. She liked to have a good time. Now, she had a boyfriend who didn't like that so much. Got jealous. One day, she disappeared. Can you guess what they found in her room?
What'd they find?
She grins at you. No one. Just a pool of blood. And a note from the boyfriend saying she'd be sorry if she didn't listen to him. He got arrested. Couldn't prove anything without a body. But he stopped drinking after that. Maybe even stopped being mean. You think he did it?
Let me know if you find
She
it.
laughs. I doubt it.
I'm thinking.
But it
I'm
scared
thinking
him
about
good.
to wrap up here in a second.
Some fool hotel maid thought she saw the lady in that room after. Now everyone says it's haunted. She laughs. I'll tell you a secret, though. If I'd have known what would happen, I wouldn't have gone back for that necklace.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, shit, lady. Hell yeah. Alright, where are we at? We're in New Mexico. I've got a ways to go to California, so I'm thinking I'm gonna do a little moseying around Santa Fe in this camp. And then that'll probably do it for this stream of where the water tastes like wine. Some of these stories
The
first.
Chevy
Whoa!
sedan laden
Oh,
with
that's a weird angle.
suitcases chugs to a stop beside you. A woman leans out the window. An infant screaming, and two boys are punching each other in the back seat. Could you drive us for a while? I gotta feed the baby, but we need to keep moving. I could pay you.
One means an infant screaming, two boys punching each other in the backseat. Could you drive for a while? Sure.
You grip the wheel tight as sounds of chaos fill the car. The boys have begun to wrestle in earnest on the Chevy's bench. Llorona!
Yeah.
Their mother
Llorona.
hisses.
La Llorona.
Both boys straighten instantly. In the mirror, you see their stricken expressions.
Oh.
The only sound is the baby's soft suckling.
Yes, La Llorona.
You direct the question to the boys in the back, but they don't make a sound. Their eyes are wide and frightened. Patting the infant on the back, their mother chuckles. The boys don't speak another word,
even when you part ways down the road.
Ooh. Oh, I want to know more about that one. What's over here?
There's a rustling in this cactus patch. Down where the
Whoa,
spiny
I
paddles
didn't notice
disappear into the sand, something is writhing around. At first, you think it's an antelope, perhaps, fallen among the thorns. Oh, fuck. That shrunken human skull whips around to stare at you. And those hands, God, like talons. They scrabble in the dirt.
Oh, God.
Before you know it, you're flat on your ass 20 feet away. The nude, withered corpse continues peeling himself out of his shallow grave. "Help me," he shouts. "Damn cactus grew on my coffin."
Okay.
His fingers are so slight and delicate that you can scarcely believe your tugging doesn't rip them clear off. Soon he's free,
Let's go.
but too fragile to stand. "Fuck this," he rasps. He buries his head in his hands, his skull hitting his palms with a papery slap.
What happened?
"I've been cursed 2 times. Once to live forever, but the second time to die.
Oh.
How'd you think the 2 magics fought it out, huh?
Oh.
I'm dead for sure.
That's
and
pretty
certainly
cool.
alive."
His tongue scrapes along his teeth like a dried thorn.
If he even had any teeth.
Keep trying to kill myself? Tried getting shot.
He points to the ragged constellation of holes in the side of his head.
Paid someone to chop my head off, but he chickened out. Maybe I can grind myself up and I'll just be some kind of thinking dust. Yeah, wouldn't mind that.
I can try.
He's clearly delighted. He extends one leg like a dry stick of wood.
Got a knife? No? Rub a stone on it or something.
You oblige, gripping his ankle in one hand and going to town on his toe tips with a sharp rock in the other.
Oh, this isn't working.
You continue for a few minutes in complete silence.
"Please stop."
He finally blurts.
"God, this isn't gonna work. Forget it. I'll just figure it out myself."
Good luck.
"Thanks."
He shrugs, an uneven jerk, ending with a crack as the tight skin along his shoulder splits.
"Say, how far to the nearest combine harvester?
Oh.
Think I can get there if I roll up like a hoop snake and let the wind push me?"
Oh, shit.
Damn.
No clue, man.
Well, take a hint from me, which is, don't fuck with a witch or any kind of anybody who does witch stuff.
You beat it toward the horizon, glad that you didn't have to compare curses with him.
Yeah, he's more cursed than I. The clownish corpse who claimed he'd live forever. Alright. Santa Fe and the camp.
A handsome two-story
Beautiful.
adobe house sits at the corner of
Santa
2
Fe is
main
beautiful.
thoroughfares. A for sale sign tucked into one of its windows.
Zook's Pharmacy? God, Zook's.
An older man in a shabby suit rushes up to you. "Don't go in there," he shouts, waving his arms frantically. "That house is haunted!"
Haunted?
The man droops. "Well, cursed. My former student built it. I taught him everything about how Santa Fe has its own climate, its own culture. My architecture exists in harmony with nature. And then he started his own business and took all my best clients."
Former student?
He snorts. "More like a son than a pupil. Or so I thought. I taught him how to work with Adobe. I even introduced him to his wife. This is how he repays me?
As though our history meant nothing? He scowls at you, wanders off.
I feel for you, man. Can't say I relate all the way, but no, I feel for you. They told you that Santa Fe was beautiful, and they were right. You wander among the adobe-walled buildings and look for a place to rest. God, this picture's great. The art in this game is really nice. I like it. Make some money. Ooh! I haven't panhandled in a hot minute. Oh, but I had max money anyway. Flip. These people are unusually generous. Your hat is heavy with coins, and your heart is a little lighter than it was this morning. Alright, I need to camp, because I'm tired. Can I talk to... I haven't talked to anyone in so long. Fidelina.
Buen día le de Dios, stranger.
Hey.
Come, sit with me a little. To rest is a simple remedy, pero es importante. And the first step en la curación. Everyone needs healing. It has always been this way. Sometimes it's a toothache, and sometimes more. Resting the mind is difícil. Walking or sitting, running or sleeping. Always the mind is working, pensando. Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all the good in this world.
Oh god, why are they Spanish? Esperanza. Oh god, what is Esperanza? I mean, it's telling me later, but I feel like that's more specific. Something about all the good in the world. Something about the good in the world. Fortune. The good in the world. Oh, the guy who planted a bunch of trees is good. I'm liking where that's going. The guy left to die in St. Louis? What a story that would be, huh? Jesus. Missing people and the strange lights in the desert. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. All the good in the world. I'm gonna go. It's all bad right now. There's a lot of bad. I'm gonna go with the guy who planted 1,000 or 10,000 trees.
What a miserable story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tristeza. It needs to have a point.
I'm sorry.
Wishes? Dios cannot grant all the wishes for el mundo. There is always more to hope for. Pero we must make do with what is given to us.
Can she not just say but? There's one Spanish word in this whole sentence. Okay.
But tell me, what is the most frightening thing you have seen on your travels?
Ooh. That's a tough one. The most frightening thing? Okay, there's the winged goat. That's a classic. There's also the haunted music store, but that's whatever. The killers on the street in Chicago was pretty terrifying. Oh, the Headless Hessian of Sleepy Hollow, that was pretty scary. seance near Chattanooga. That was also really scary. That would probably get her too. Scariest thing? I think it was this guy. This guy was terrifying. The Headless Horseman in the north?
What a story. Mira mis manos. They are shaking. Traps?
Ah!
Sickness is like a trap.
Ah!
Una prisión that damaged the body, spirit, and mind of a person. Sometimes there is no release from that prison. Do you have any frightening stories? Have you seen the work of Las Brujas on your travels?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the killers in Chicago. That was that was really bad.
Okay.
What?
Do you get joy from telling me this?
No, it was horrifying. I watched a man get gunned down in the streets of Chicago in the middle of the day when I was just wondering, what are you talking about? That's horrifying.
There are many who claim autoridad over land or other people. Some accepted la autoridad of others, o de Dios.
Okay.
La última autoridad es la muerte. Death. And must be respected. But now, do you have a story about hope?
Hope.
About happiness?
Goodness.
And the goodness in the world?
I'll try. So we got, the reporter with strictly good news. Something hopeful. Something that shows the good in the world. I mean, Molasses Man? Not a very good story, but the good in the world. I'm gonna go with the positive news. Positive news man.
I don't think we share a sense of humor.
Yeah.
My choices? Yes. I follow my code. I do what I can with that I'm giving. If my curación is not wanted, I do not force it on people. That only make things worse. Do you have any frightening stories?
Yeah.
Have you seen the work of Las Brujas on your travels?
I think she'll like the one about the winged goat. That's what I'm guessing. This is what she wants to hear about.
What a good story. Like what mi hermano used to tell me as a girl. My place? Well, as a healer, I must be both like a farmer and a vaquero.
Yo, I'm just like a vaquero.
The plants that make las curaciones are best when wild. So I must be wild and free like a vaquero, but attuned to the land también. You're kind to listen to una vieja talk of nada. I have learned mucho en mi vida. Now, I wish to share more than ever.
Why are you out here?
Perhaps you want to hear this old woman talk again? I hope so. The road takes me this way.
I'm not going.
If your journey takes you there, look for me.
Okay. I'm going west right now, but maybe in the future. Fidelina. Oh, she was so sweet. I like Fidelina. You know, I think this is a great little spot to call it for now. Almost in on the West Coast. I've met a lot of people. We've had a lot of good stories. Look at this. Look at how many stories I've had. Oh, this is cool. I like that I get to see a little... Yeah, oh my god. So I'm thinking I have to meet all 16 people and progress their stories to completion in order to beat this game. So I'm thinking there's a lot left to go. I came all the way, let's see, I started all the way up in Maine. Started in Maine, wandered down, took a little detour, looped back, took the train back, oh wait, no, I went down this way. Took the train over to Philadelphia, went back up to New York, train all the way down to Tennessee, Memphis. Had some cool stories. Met the dog, the kitten lady, man who makes molasses. Oh my god, and the sleeping man who is actually dead. The cowboy who got swept up in the tornado. The dust bowl that abducted a man. The monster in the dust cloud, and then the mystery down in San Antonio, the animal whisperer, oh god, and the cowboy who got I wouldn't bet on. Oh my god. Came up all the way through Dallas, up to Oklahoma, saved the buffalo, walked over here. Oh, what a journey. What a journey it's been. Oh, what a cool little game. This is fun. It's lacking a little bit in the gameplay variety, but it's a fun game. Oh god, I'm actually interested to see how this game ends. I wanna know more. I wanna meet all these characters. I wanna explore more. I wish there was more to do in between my travels, but hey, what a game. I'm gonna have to explore this. I didn't even make a dent. I didn't even get like a third of the way through all the stories you can find out there. Nice. Okay. Well, let me sit up. Hey, I'm back up. Oh god. Oh, I hate to quit out on this amazing music. But how about you flip me over here? Oh, put me back in the saloon where I belong. And then give me a little wee. Hey, what a stream. Had a bunch of people pop in and out. I know Nari's still here. What a good time. And I got my cool little hat, my nice little saloon. Man, this was fun. It's good to stream again. It's been almost 3 weeks. It's good to do this again. I gotta do this maybe more consistently. Or at least once a week is good, but for now, I'm gonna get out of here. This has been a fun time. I'll see you all later.